Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession, I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a god. 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 Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a god. They call me a god.
right, ladies and gentlemen, can y'all hear me? Ladies and gentlemen, can y'all hear me? Come on, devil busy today. He ain't gonna get me today. Can y'all hear me now? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Yeah, we go. There we go. All right, man. Let's start over. This morning because, hey, things happen. We have technical difficulties. But I want to invite everybody to the show. Good Sunday morning. I'm so happy to be here. I'm honeymoon happy, peacock proud to be here with you guys today. I'm so glad that we are going to have a show today. I will be dropping the link later to get your perspectives. But until the link is dropped, be sure to get in the chat and let me know that you're here. I'll be calling everybody out that I see in the chat in a few moments here. But I just want to welcome everybody. If you're here for the first time, please hit the like button, subscribe button. We're on 7 days a week. And so we have everything, a balance of everything that you'll be able to attach yourself to. We have laughter, we butt heads, we have debates, we have arguments. And so this network is doing great things. So I appreciate you guys being with me. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with me today. And I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Now let's get to the chat. Let's see who's in here today. All right, we got to take heed to the message. She said, good morning, sir. That's my sister from another mister. Make sure you go over and support Black media, which includes our queens. Take heed to the message. Like and subscribe to her channel and watch her every morning as she cooks a great breakfast for you every morning. All right, let's see who else we got in here. We got Eugene Steele in the building. Eugene, thank you for being here, sir. He always supports everybody in these spaces. So thank you so much for being here. Mr. He said, guys, come on, you're cerebral. You got to get your thoughts together. You got to be a deep thinker. Mr. He said and Sister She said have a show together. They have shows separate. Make sure you go to their channel and subscribe to all of their content this morning, because we have to support them as well. All right, we support the trash. We got to support the queen and the kings here who give out positive messages and they hold you accountable. So make sure you go over and subscribe to Mr. He said, She said, and their channel together and their channels individually. All right. We got Anissa in the building. My sister. Come on, Anissa. How you doing this morning, sweetheart? Thank you for being here. We got Ricky in the building. Yo, Ricky, what's going on, my guy? Good to see you, brother. All right, let's see. All right, we got everybody in here. We got everybody checked in, man. I am so glad and so proud to be here. I have several videos that I want to go through today for us to address them. All right, we'll address those type of entertainment conversations and or conversations that's going on in our community. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about this morning, we got if you guys hear any audio issues or anything going on too crazy, put it in the chat for me. I appreciate you guys doing that for me, because you're hearing it from the outside in. All right. So the first video I want to pull up, let's see here. I want to start with Cam Newton. All right, Cam Newton said something a few weeks ago that I just heard him say after listening to it again. He was talking to Jess Hilarious, who was pregnant with a second child. But man, she's not married to, but that's another conversation for another day. But I do want to talk about what was said in the conversation. The question this morning is it okay for women to have, before we get started, like button, subscribe button. And guys, if you want to contribute to the channel, please do so. Please do. It'll make me proud. It feels good to be appreciated. And some of you guys show appreciation all the time through the Cash App, and I appreciate it. So if you want to give, it's at the bottom of the screen right now. Hook your boy up, man. Put some change for your boy. All right. I appreciate it. All right. Now back to what I was saying. Cam Newton, is it okay for a woman to have male friends? All right. Is it okay for her to have male friends? All right. Cam Newton does not believe that. And I'm going to play the video of what he said. Here it is.
No, he's like a brother to me. Girl, please, let me tell you something. You throw that damn vagina my way,
hello,
I'm gonna knock that motherfucker out like Barry Bonds. I swear to beans.
Wayne was trying to get me for 2 years before that, but I was in a relationship and he was married.
Okay, this is where I would intervene.
But that was that.
And I'd be honest and I'd keep it funky. This is not to take any shots at nobody, but a man will be in the friend zone for years just to wait for a right time to pounce on his prey. Oh, that's my brother. Oh, that's my friend. Oh, he cool. Hell no. Man, I tell my girl this all the time. You ain't got no boyfriends. You don't have no male friends. That shit is dead. Because at the end of the day, if that guy who you label as a friend does not acknowledge your partner, that ain't your friend.
No, I do agree with that.
If I'm texting you and I don't acknowledge Chris, nigga, we ain't friends. I'm just waiting on the right time for Chris to fuck up.
Man, how do you guys feel about that? Put it in the chat. I agree with Cam Newton completely. I think that women are naive. I think that women don't believe, oh, he would never mess with me. Oh, he would never try to talk to me. Oh, he would never try to get in these draws. Listen, ladies, I always say do the phone test with your man. Let your man come up to you randomly one day and say, hey, listen, you and Jim, y'all friends at work, huh? That's your work guy. That's the guy you talk to. That's your friend. That's your buddy. Call him right now. Tell him me and you are having issues. You don't want to be in my space right now. And you at hotel room 1405 and you just want to be held and loved on. And see what he says. And I guarantee you, he said, baby, I'm on the way. He's not going to turn down that. You know why? Because while he's waiting on you to break down, he's with somebody else. He's having sex with multiple women, or he's probably out with other women, or got another woman on the side. But at the same time, he's waiting on you. And the day you call him, he's going to show up. When you send that text message and you say, I'm just feeling lonely. I need to be held. You know, my feet hurt, my body. Oh, but I'll rub you. Listen, where you at? Hey, listen, don't worry about it. I'll take care of you this weekend. They'll wait in the shadows for your chick to break, and they can do it for years. They playing the long game. They're not playing checkers. They playing chess. It's very possible. All right, guys. So put your comments in the chat. Let's see what we got on this one. Take Heed says, I don't want male friends. Mr. He said simp mode activated. All right. That Ricky Williams said that's slime ball shit. Exactly. All right. Let's see here. Let's go down here. Eugene said my best friend is a woman. Yeah, I guarantee you, Mr. Eugene. I'm gonna bring you up later on, but I guarantee, Mr. Eugene, you done thought a couple of times one night with you sitting in the bed by yourself one night, and that thing got harder than I-10 headed to New Orleans, and I guarantee you done thought about hitting that ass before. But we'll talk about it later. All right. Let's see here. Ricky says, I got homegirls from grammar school, never tried them, were friends. All right. Take Heed said, I can't. She said, my king is crazy. Understood, sir. Take Heed, because he understands he's a man. He understands what a man wants. And he understands that some women, you got to think about this. Sometimes this shit can happen knowingly and unknowingly. Think about what you see in your wife and your woman. You see that you are attracted to her based on how she talks, how she moves, how she treats others, how she is with your children, how she is with you. You don't think other men are attracted to that same aura and that same disposition? You don't think that? You don't think that a woman's, come on now. All right. Before we move to the next video, move to the videos pretty quick. So when I bring people up, if we want to go back through the videos, we can. I don't want to stay on the videos too long. But no male, I wouldn't be able to. No, we're not doing that. I'm like, Cam, that shit is dead. And again, guys, if you want to give for the show before we move on to the next video, the Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. If you do send a Cash App, I will shout you out on the platform this morning. If you want to sponsor the show, the highest Cash App will be the sponsor of the show. So I appreciate that. Cash App is rolling at the bottom of the screen. All right. Now let's get to see Blaze in the building this morning. Good morning, my guy. Peace and abundance, BMU mods in the chat. Hope all is well this Sunday morning. Stopping through. Thank you so much, Blaze, for always supporting, brother. I appreciate you. All right. She said, He said, her king said, only in America we do that. I know that's right. Prototype Kingdom says, y'all don't understand the power of a woman's friend zone. You Prototype, you talking this morning, brother. All right. I'll be dropping the link pretty soon. All right. I want to get to the second video. There's a young lady sitting in a car and she's trying to hold some people accountable. I bet you won't believe who it is. It may shock you. Here she is.
Quit talk to a man any kind of way. Cussing at him, insults, whether it's targeted at his ego or his manhood, talking to him like he a child. You can't do that. Because if they ain't gonna let nobody out there in the streets talk to them like that, what make you think you can talk to them like that? Well, if he was a real man, if he was a good man, he wouldn't have me acting like that. No, you acting like that because you think as a woman you can do that. But a real man gonna show you quick. He ain't the one to play with.
You heard what she said? Yeah, you heard exactly what she said. She said, I'm, you know what I'm loving? I'm loving that a year ago, 2 years ago, all women were in the same bunch when it came to this whole sisterhood thing, right? It was the majority of women that said, you know what? We against these niggas. We against them. We're going to always pound on it, pound. But now I've been seeing for the last few months, I've been seeing for the last few months that women are coming out and they're speaking up for men and on men's behalf now. And I love it. I love it. Just got a cash app in this building this morning. All right. So far, we got Ricky in the building with a $5 cash app. Thank you so much, Ricky, man. I appreciate you, brother, for supporting me this morning. But yeah, these women are just coming out and they're starting to support. You got people like Take Heed. You got people like Security Boss. You got all these Crimson Cure, all these women who are stepping up, stepping forward and saying, no, men need to be treated better. And this young lady sitting in the car, she said, no man is going to allow you to disrespect him and talk to him any kind of way. That's the quickest way to get cut off. I agree with her completely. All right. Thank you guys for being here. And I appreciate you guys. If you're coming in just now, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. If you want to give to the channel, I will be forever grateful. You see the cash app rolling at the bottom of the screen. Let's move on to the third video. There's another woman sitting in the car. And before I play the video, I just want to shout out to her because she is amazingly beautiful. Very attractive young lady. Hope she's married. If she's not, she will soon be. Let's look at this video of her talking about the effects of what it is when a woman puts her hands on a man. But before I do that, I want to play this video first and then I'll play hers. All right. This young man, this is in a classroom in a high school where a young lady feels played by this young man, which they're in high school. So that's come on now. Ain't no committed relationships going on in no high school in these days. And she comes in and she does this and the young man does not retaliate. He does not defend himself. So she had the right one. Let's look at this video.
Fuck ass nigga. The fuck wrong with you, like, bitch? The fuck is really wrong with your dumb asshole? Like, bitch, I really trusted you, Jamil. I really fucking did, bro. But your dumb ass wanna go cheat, right? Now I be dead out talking about stuff you in your fucking face. Fuck your dumb ass. Like, really? Really? Bro, really? Bitch, really? But your dumb ass be asking me for money, right? Right? Ask you for money. Let me go, bro. Let me fucking. Let me go.
That's in high school. Come on, guys. Listen, let me know what you're thinking in the comments, but that's high school. The young man sat there and took that beating. He got punched in the head a few times. Yeah. Ricky Williams said that's Chicago. All right. Mr. He said, say the fuck? Thank you, man. Take He said, oh my God, this is high school girls. I wonder where they're getting that type of behavior from. Somebody can somebody in the chat tell me where that behavior stems from? Blaze says, I'm actually surprised he didn't put the beaters on her. I am too. Let's see 54% of American adults have a form of lead poisoning that lowers IQ and raises aggression. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Not lost too. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Trey said my son would have me to deal with if he ever let anyone do that to him, female or not. Trey said he ain't having it. His son would have to put the beaters on. All right. Eugene Steele said, I teach high school, and yes, girls can be that violent. Oh my God, we got a teacher in here. Take He said, not the mama. Mr. He said, not the mama. All right. Ricky said, her mama. Blaze said, home. Circles back to everyday environment. Mr. He said, came back and said, that's Hyena 101. She learned that straight from Auntie and them. Thank you so much, Ask for your comments. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. So I want to play this video of this young lady sitting in the car. Beautiful young lady. Like I said, if she's not married, she's damn near going to be married before the end of the year. But listen to what she's saying, guys. Try to focus on what she's saying instead of focusing on her because she is captivating. Here she is.
Y'all playing with y'all life when y'all turn around and y'all think y'all a man. Y'all are not men, and y'all don't have nowhere near a strength as a man. I don't care how much you go to the gym, how many cuts you got in your body. A man is just a man of strength. A man is strength. Y'all need to go around. Y'all need to stop going around smacking these men and then turn around hollering victim and getting PFAs and orders. Oh my God, he's abusive. When behind closed doors, you scratching that man, you smacking that man, you punching that man, and he says he has walked away from you numerous of times. This generation not playing around. Go ahead and smack a man now. He gonna show you what balls you think you got. Now, I don't want to hear you bitching. Excuse me. I gotta stop cursing. Stop screaming out, oh, he's abusive, and you're leaving out the part that you keep smacking this man because of what he's saying and you don't like how he's talking to you. Keep your hands to yourself, because unless you okay with a little black eye or two, because this generation not playing with you. And if you feel comfortable hitting a man and you think you've been getting away with it, okay, you're gonna meet your match one day. You are not stronger than a man. So stop hitting these men and abusing these damn men. They're hollering out victim, and it's you.
What do y'all think? What do you think about the young lady? Because I think that I agree with her. Keep your damn hands to yourself. There's nothing worse than a man. There's nothing worse going on. There's nothing worse than a man having a bad day. He's going through something. He's been beat down by the work, and then he comes in and his wife squares up with him. And you're the only person that's standing in front of him, and you're pushing him, and you're supposed to be his peace. Mm-hmm. But they put it in the chat. Trey said something. Let me go back up here. Trey said, what did he say? Oh, let's start here. Oh, and America is the most brainwashed nation in the world, hands down. Trey said she's masculine. She must be from New York. Trey said correct message, wrong messenger. Taki said she's right. Anissa said message is right. All right, guys. So listen. Okay. All right. Now I want to pause for a second and do like a little 8-second video here. And I want you women out there in the chat, get ready, because I know the men ain't gonna know this, and if you do, I'm gonna look at you sideways. But I know the men, just stay out of this one, guys. I want the ladies to tell me what the hell is going on in this video. I'm confused.
Girl, what the fuck?
I'm gonna play it one more time. Ladies, get in the chat and tell me if y'all do this and what the hell is going on in this video.
Girl, what the fuck?
Oh, I'm waiting to hear it. Ladies. All right, while we're waiting on the ladies, I'm gonna go back to the last video. Eugene said this lady was preaching. That makes me think how lucky that high school girl in that last video was. She was lucky. Mr. He said she's spicy. He said, I gotta stop cursing. Mr. He said, God damn, Trey. She definitely from New York. Eugene said. Now we're getting into the comments about the video. Eugene still said, what the fuck? International Quiet Storm. He don't even know what to say. All right. He said, what? Red Lipstick Vibe says she's getting rid of the wrinkles in her hands. Fellas, come on in, fellas. Come on in. I need you to attack this right now. Trey said, I have no clue what's going on. He said, why? He said, why? Well, Take Heed, don't worry. You're not by yourself. Take Heed.
Why?
Blaze says, what kind of shit is that? Red Lipstick Vibe said, That is crazy. If you drink water and eat healthy, you won't have all those wrinkles. Trey said, Ricky, where you at? Ricky, where you at? They lying again. Greg Scotland said, hey, black man, what's going on in the with these women? Is it real or mimics? International Quiet Storm said, I'm confused too, Trey. He said, okay, I've never seen that before. Realistic Vibes is laughing in the corner, y'all. Listen, I'm gonna play it one more time because it's confusing as hell to me as well. Let's play it again.
Girl, what the fuck?
My God. I'm gonna wait on these comments. Mr. He said that dick. Mr. He said that dick looks better when I hold it. She getting Botox in her hands. Trey said, so is that saline? Eugene Steele said that's Botox. All right, Gregory's telling take heed. It's crazy out here. It is crazy out here, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I see that the number is going up of viewers in here right now. Thank you for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe button. If you want to sponsor the show today, feel free to give, man. It feels so good to be appreciated. The Cash App is rolling at the bottom of the screen. You're right. If you're going to do something you love, you might as well get some type of appreciation for it, guys. So thank you for liking and subscribing. That helps out as well. And if you want to give a Cash App or you have something to spare, go ahead and hit your boy up with the Cash App scrolling at the bottom of the screen. All right. So I guess that's Botox in the hand. Trey said Botox in the hands is crazy. Let's see what else. Okay, yeah, we can go past this video, y'all. Almanaz in the building. Smitty's Corner's in the building. International Quiet Storm. Gregory's in the building. Guys, thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you guys for being here. Red Lipstick Vibes, Prototype. All you guys, thank you for coming in. I'll be dropping the link soon so we can have this, get deeper into this conversation. Ricky Williams said anything to keep the lie. My God. Now, I have 2 more videos, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to be talking about Brother Tyler Perry. There's a pastor who did a sermon. After the sermon, he talked about Tyler Perry and how we were bamboozled by Tyler Perry. Now, I know this may split the chat, but let's just look at it. Here we go.
The whole black community. He got us to do what RuPaul couldn't get us to do. He got us to do what no one else, and he came up with an ingenious way to do it. He and he alone got black folk to accept drag. And you know how he did it? He did it through laughter, through humor. He got us to accept drag queens. That's all Medea is a drag queen. So, and you know what he did? He went to churches. He went to churches, went to a place where he could go where you could almost guarantee folk ain't gonna be thinking. There won't reason, there won't nobody say, wait a minute. This man can't find an overweight black woman? To play that part, you can't find a fat sister in the black church?
Uh-oh. I think I'll play that again. I'll play it again. I'll play it one more time. Here we go.
Tyler Perry fooled the whole black community. He got us to do what RuPaul couldn't get us to do. He got us to do what no one else, and he came up with an ingenious way to do it. He and he alone got black folk to accept drag. And you know how he did it? He did it through laughter, through humor. He got us to accept drag queens. That's all Medea is a drag queen. So, and you know what he did? He went to churches. He went to churches, went to a place where he could go where you could almost guarantee folk ain't gonna be thinking. There won't reason, there won't nobody say, wait a minute. This man can't find an overweight black woman? To play that part, you can't find a fat sister in the black church?
All right, guys, what are your thoughts? Talk to me. What are your thoughts? Is he telling the truth? Is there some truth in what he's saying? I want to see these comments because I'm gonna put them up on the screen. Let's see what everybody's thinking. All right, let's see. All right, now I want to go back to Take Heed. She said, Take Heed said about those hands. She said, I'm not doing that shit. All right, Clement, thank you for being here. He said, happy Sunday, everybody. All right, let's go here. Take Heed said the pastor is right. That's true. Right? No Lot said says he's a hokey comedian who cares. Realistic Vibe says he's not lying. All right. Gregory said even Flip Wilson couldn't get black folk to accept it. The pastor is chasing windmills. Okay. All right. Ricky says I can't stand Tyler Perry's ass. Trey says started long before Tyler, Wanda, Shanae, and so on. I guess he's talking the fact that Tyler Perry has made a $1 billion empire off of dressing in drag. The International Quiet Storm said, watch Auntie face over his right shoulder. Okay, let's go back and watch it. Let's see.
Fool the whole black community. He got us to do what RuPaul couldn't get us to do. He got us to do what no one else, and he came up with an ingenious way to do it. He and he alone got black folk to accept drag. And you know how he did it? He did it through laughter, through humor. He got us to accept drag queens. That's all Medea is a drag queen. So, and you know what he did? He went to churches. He went to a place where he could go where you could almost guarantee folk ain't gonna be thinking. There won't reason, there won't nobody say, wait a minute, this man can't find an overweight black woman? To play that part, you can't find a fat sister in the black church?
Yep, y'all seen Auntie over that right shoulder? She's in between. She's thinking, damn, I like Tyler. Ricky Williams said he knew who he was marketing to. Guys, if you have not been able to watch Tyler Perry's documentary on Prime Video, you need to go watch it. Because I did not know that he was getting that much scrutiny over playing a woman. Right? Their sentiments were the same. Watch the documentary. Tyler Perry, they put on his documentary, all the naysayers and all the people who talk about him that say he's emasculating men by being a man who's trying to be a woman, in which a man could never do that and never could carry on that. So they talk about him in that. So if you go watch that documentary, you'll see how Tyler Perry became Tyler Perry, and you'll also see how the naysayers are saying, well, wow, even Spike Lee was on him really bad about putting that dress on. Almanai says he ain't lying. Trey Taylor says, I don't think church realize how vulnerable and they truly are. What y'all think about this comment? He said, Ricky, you're right. Clement Gray says, Ricky facts, we sung as an opening act for the show in Los Angeles. He said, Black Americans treatment of homosexuality in the 20th century. Okay, I see where he coming from. He said, I actually prefer the movies where Medea isn't present. Daddy's Little Girls, Good Deeds, even that Alice Cross movie he did were fine to me. Blaze Tyler best role was in Gone Girl. Wow, you right. The dress is not Martin is before Tyler. Men on film and living color long before Tyler. So was Tyler really the start? I think it's because of Tyler, the way Tyler blew up. He became a billionaire off of wearing a dress. So I think they're looking at it like the success part of it and how he was able to manipulate people into believing that he was a woman for 2 hours on the screen. All right, guys, I got one more video. Now, he said they can't find an overweight woman in the church. Well, Trey, I'm going to stop my music in the background here for just a second. I'm going to pause it for just a second. Trey, this is for you. Trey, my brother in the audience. Then I'm going to drop the link. While this is playing, I'm going to drop the link. You guys can come up. But this is for you, Trey, because he said they can't find an overweight woman to play Madea. I found her. Here he is. I mean, she is.
Plus sizes, they said big bag bitch, get to the bag. They said big bag bitch, you want a snack? Well, this big bag bitch, she got the stack. So put big bag bitch clothes on the rack. Ooh, on the macaroni, move and shake it for me. Ooh, we shaking and quaking, the brands are phony. Ooh, the brands are phony. Ooh, they need a Tony, they need an Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, cause the shit's baloney. The way they be faking like they're making all the sizes. If you ain't got at least a 4X, you ain't trying. Ooh, so give it to us, baby, give us a guy. Give it to us when we step on the spot. Ooh, plus sizes. They said big bag bitch, get to the bag. They said big bag bitch, you want a snack? Well, this big bag bitch, she got the stack. So put big bag bitch clothes on the rack. Ooh, on the macaroni, move and shake it for me. Ooh, we shaking and quaking, the brands are phony. Ooh, the brands are phony. Ooh, they need a Tony, they need an Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, cause the shit's baloney. The way they be faking like they're making all the sizes. If you ain't got at least a 4X, you ain't trying. Ooh, so give it to us, baby, give us a guy. Give it to us when we step on the spot. Ooh, bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That was definitely my hometown bop right there. Louisiana, baby. New Orleans, baby. You know what? I think for the people in the back that didn't hear it, I think we should play it again because here it is again.
Plus sizes. They said big bag bitch, get to the bag. They said big bag bitch, you want a snack? Well, this big bag bitch, she got the stack. So put big bag bitch clothes on the rack. Ooh, on the macaroni, move and shake it for me. Ooh, we shaking and quaking, the brands are phony. Ooh, the brands are phony. Ooh, they need a Tony, they need an Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, cause the shit's baloney. The way they be faking like they're making all the sizes. If you ain't got at least a 4X, you ain't trying. Ooh, so give it to us, baby, give us a guy. Give it to us when we step on the spot. Ooh, plus sizes. They said big bag bitch, get to the bag. They said big bag bitch, you want a snack? Well, this big bag bitch, she got the stack. So put big bag bitch clothes on the rack. Ooh, on the macaroni, move and shake it for me. Ooh, we shaking and quaking, the brands are phony. Ooh, the brands are phony. Ooh, they need a Tony, they need an Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, cause the shit's baloney. The way they be faking like they're making all the sizes. If you ain't got at least a 4X, you ain't trying. Ooh, so give it to us, baby, give us a guy. Give it to us when we step on the spot. Ooh, bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. What are your thoughts? That's your Black History Month. In light of Black History Month, I always like to go back to our roots, talking about Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, so on and so forth. So since she brought that bop in, I definitely want to drop a Black History video this morning for you guys before you guys come up, and I'll drop the link in just a second. And I want to play this for Black History Month. Here we go.
My name is Rosa. They say I'm supposed to sit in the back, but I'm tired here, so I'm finna sit right closer. Come get me up then. It's gonna take about 3, 4, 5 men. And I ain't finna repeat myself again. Fight me. Somebody get her. My name is Eve. I didn't believe. I trusted Satan, ate that apple, he deceived. And I'm naked. I thought I was awakened. I'm the first to do it. Y'all my daughters, we related. Trick on Big Harry. Don't call me slave hoe. The hell? From the underground, railroad, bust down mouth and dope. When I say run, you better go. In the dark, that Glock is glow.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know. In light of Black History Month, you guys want to hear that again. Here it is.
My name is Rosa. They say I'm supposed to sit in the back, but I'm tired here, so I'm finna sit right closer. Come get me up then. It's gonna take about 3, 4, 5 men. And I ain't finna repeat myself again. Fight me. Somebody get her. My name is Eve. I didn't believe. I trusted Satan, ate that apple, he deceived. And I'm naked. I thought I was awakened. I'm the first to do it. Y'all my daughters, we related.
Yeah.
Trick on Big Harry.
Yeah.
Don't call me slave hoe.
The hell?
From the underground railroad, bust down mouth of dope. When I say run, you better go. In the dark, that Glocky glow.
International Quiet Storm said, "Does everyone request $1 from?" Wait a minute. Take heed. What you say? Take heed said no. Blaze said Underground Ratchet Railroad. Smitty's Corner said, bruh. Hold on a second. Hold on. So, wait. And that's the Quiet Storm say I called that cotton candy wig. Oh my God. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hold on. Oh, Lord, y'all come up, please. I just dropped the link, y'all. Get on up here. I would love to see y'all. Oh my God. Oh. Smitty said, why, black man? Why? All right, let's see who else we got in here. Gregory said, I'm out for presidents to represent me. Ricky said, you should be paying us for going through that. You know, hey, listen, y'all got me tickled this shit. Hey, so listen, guys, please come up. Please come up, man. I want to have a conversation with you guys. Eugene, Ricky, Harmonize, Anissa, all you guys, man. The link is in the chat. Please come up. Let me pin it real quick. Boy, y'all are crazy as hell, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all got me. I needed that laugh today. Oh, I needed that laugh today. Ooh, y'all crazy as hell. Y'all come on up. Let's see who we got back here already. All right, what's going on, my guy?
What's up, man?
Oh, not much, man. Hey, listen, man, I got my guy in here. Scorched Earth is in the building this morning. Guys, listen, if you want to come in, the link is in the chat. I'm about to pin it to the top. So let me go up here and pin it real quick.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, big girl rapping. That's Trey's new girlfriend, man.
Oh, man. Hey, what? Hey, you gonna have Trey come up here and get you, boy. Listen.
Hey, we got to start it off some way, right?
I know that's right, man. But good morning to you, brother, man. What are your thoughts on any recaps you want to talk about that was on here that we talked about this morning?
Hey, I didn't see the beginning of when you first came on. I stepped in when I caught the big girl rapping. That's when I came in. So I didn't see the first part of it. Oh, the Tyler Perry one. Oh, he started that way back in the early 90s, man. He was doing the chicken circuit in the churches, man. He came to LA and I was singing with a LA church out there. And we was one of his opening acts. Even then we knew he was dressed as a female, but it wasn't something that they really preached upon like that to what they do now with the women with the men cross dressing. So even back then, they wasn't even, not in LA at least, they wasn't preaching that word the way they were supposed to, because he wouldn't have had that type of following the way that he did if it had not been.
Yeah, I think that regardless of the church, I think the women would have still supported him. You know why?
Oh, that was his biggest supporters, because he knew how to. He knew how to sympathize, which these preachers do now. He pandered to their feelings and what it was that they was going to. Basically, it was Color Purple on stage before Color Purple.
Yeah. Because basically every movie is about a low down black man beating this woman, and another guy coming to take her from him.
And the savior was a high yellow, light skinned gay guy that would come in, because it was always a dark skinned dudes that was doing all the beating and cheating.
Yeah,
and it would
Trey,
be
come on, come on up here, Trey, because Trey just said it. Women be supporting BS for real. But before we get started, guys, I know that Prototype has
what a prototype.
Prototype is an investor. Prototype is very good with his family. He's a father. He's a husband. And he does, and so Prototype, I want to know, will you invest in this?
Plus sizes, they said big bag bitch, get to the bag. They said big bag bitch, you want a snack? Well, this big bag bitch, she got the stack. So put big bag bitch clothes on the rack. Ooh, on the macaroni, move and shake it for me. Ooh, we shaking and quaking, the brands are phony. Ooh, the brands are phony. Ooh, they need a Tony, they need an Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, cause the shit's baloney. The way they be faking like they're making all the sizes. If you ain't got at least a 4X, you ain't trying. Ooh, so give it to us, baby, give us our guys. Give it to us when we step on the spot. Ooh,
So, Prototype, are you going to be able to sign her to your record label? It looked like you will invest. Somebody, Eugene said it looks like you will invest. Eugene, you get on up here, and I would love to see all y'all come up, man. The link is in the chat.
I mean, we've been clowning about music forever, man. Like,
yeah,
I think we need to take the focus off the music for real and put it back in actually parenting. You know what I'm saying? Like how you introduced me, right? I'm a father. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
husband or whatever. So it's like the music ain't raising my kids.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like
right.
it's only a problem because fathers ain't in a home. You know, we're not in a home to make sure that these kind of things aren't being installed, even though music is music or whatever. But
right.
As long as the parents are fully involved and have a plan for their kids, what they're listening to shouldn't be that much of a problem.
Hey, Trey Taylor said it's a bop. Put them 4 X's back on the racks. Watch out for the big.
Bop 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 bop.
Hey,
BMU.
None of y'all say that damn song when it live in y'all head.
Actually, she sound like Mia X. Like that's
it
what
does.
She sound
it
like.
does sound like Mia X for sure.
Hey, you ought to have that in your open act when you put the clip of Trey dancing, let her be rapping, and you got the Trey sitting on the side moving to it.
Baba.
Baba. Oh my God. Blaze said Mia XXL. Boy, y'all is stupid. Uh-oh. Take Heed said, I'm a big girl. Take Heed. Come. Hey,
we ain't talking about you.
She definitely sounds like Mia X. Y'all come on up. And
yo,
if y'all
shout
want,
out to Uncle Rick. Yo, it's never nobody in the chat or in the panel.
That's right.
Yeah, there we go. There we go, man. But what do you guys think about the videos that I played for you guys? Now I want to go back. I'll go back through them, and as you guys watch them in the audience and watch them on the panel, I can bring you guys up while the videos are playing as well.
I kind of want to speak to one.
Yeah, the male friend. Wait, which one did you want to talk about?
Oh, we can talk about the male friend too, but nah, the one where she's getting like the Botox in her hands or whatever.
Yeah,
I get it. I've disqualified a few women because their hands was wrinkly. Yo, like I'll definitely disqualify a woman for having wrinkly hands. Like, yeah, nah. So, I mean, I get it. I get why she would want to adjust that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it is what it is.
Hey, which one you stuck out with the male friend?
Okay, here we go. Right here, I'm gonna play it for you right now.
Cam, no.
Hold on, just a second.
No, he's like a brother to me. Girl, please, let me tell you something. You throw that damn vagina my way,
hello,
I'm gonna knock that motherfucker out like Barry Bonds. I swear to beans.
Wayne was trying to get me for 2 years before that, but I was in a relationship and he was married.
Okay, this is where I would intervene.
But that was that.
And I'd be honest and I'd be keep it funky. This is not to take any shots at nobody, but a man will be in the friend zone for years just to wait for a right time to pounce on his prey. Oh, that's my brother. Oh, that's my friend. Oh, he cool. Hell no. Man, I tell my girl this all the time. You ain't got no boyfriends. You don't have no male friends. That shit is dead. Because at the end of the day, if that guy who you label as a friend does not acknowledge your partner, that ain't your friend.
No, I do agree with that.
If I'm texting you and I don't acknowledge Chris, nigga, we ain't friends. I'm just waiting on the right time for Chris to fuck up. Cam, no.
All right. So what do you think?
That's Monique and Uncle Sid right there.
So when it comes to the guy friends, there's definitely levels to it. You know what I'm saying? Like if y'all fully integrated, like he cool, you met him, and it's cool. Like a woman friend zone dudes, like that's a strong place to get out of. Like so once she friend zone you, man, good luck getting out of there. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I don't really care. Like I don't care. Like you know what I mean. There's always gonna be somebody wanting to smash on your girl, and then we know dudes are dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like you just got to be better. Like if you're the better option, who cares who's orbiting around her? If you the man, like she ain't gonna smash nobody but you. But unless now now if you're not better than her friends, her guy friends, then I would be a little skeptical. Like you know, if she got friends that got a little bit more swag than you, they got a little bit more like you know what I mean benefits than you do, then I would be a little bit more hesitant. But I mean, you got to beat me out, my guy. Like you know what I'm saying, and good luck at that. So I mean, if you beat me, hey, I call it game to game.
All right. What Mr. Eugene Steele is in the building today. Mr. Eugene Steele said his best friend is a woman. Eugene Steele explained that because I know you'd probably had thoughts of smashing that before. Come on now.
Well, let me tell you the backstory behind that. You know, as I said, I used to be in 4 relationships. Well, the one I'm talking about was actually the first of my 4 relationships. You know, we were together for 7 years, and then all of a sudden, you know, we just out of nowhere, we just broke up. You know, she broke up with me, but you know, we still hang out with each other, and you know, things of that nature. And you know, we came to understanding that we would never be more than platonic friends, you know. And until this day, you know, we still keep in contact with each other. She's the only one out of all my exes that I keep in contact with. The other ones I couldn't keep in contact with, and you know, and she knows that you know, if I end up finding another girlfriend, she's not going to interfere with it or anything like that. But one thing I will say, when you have friends of the opposite sex, you need to be mindful of the person that you're going with, because sometimes the other person, the person you're going with, can be a little bit insecure, and it becomes a trust issue. So when I have my next beau, I'm going to keep that in mind, and my friend will also keep that in mind as well. I think last night, I've actually talked with another content creator about this issue, and they were talking about this issue. And, when the friend has an understanding, I mean, just like with any friend, whether it's female or male, when any friend has an understanding that you're in a relationship, they're going to try their best not to interfere with it.
Now, Dr. Steele, I got something I want to present to you out the chat. Knots Lots 2 says, damn, I'm not gay, but I kind of want to stroke that beard. He's talking about your beard, guy.
Pause.
Trey, yeah, that's what Trey said. Trey says, pause. And he came back and said, it looks very well kept. So I think you got a man crush going on here, Mr. Steele, in the chat. Damn, that's just, wow. That's tough, brother. Wow. Shit. Okay, so I want to go through the other videos here. Here's a young lady speaking about how women treat men.
I'll quit. Talk to a man any kind of way. Cussing at him, insults, whether it's targeted at his ego or his manhood. Talking to him like he a child. You can't do that. Because if they ain't gonna let nobody out there in the streets talk to them like that, what make you think you can talk to them like that? Well, if he was a real man, if he was a good man, he wouldn't have me acting like that. No, you acting like that because you think as a woman you can do that. But a real man gonna show you quick. He ain't the one to play with.
Fellas, your thoughts?
She ain't lying. She ain't lying.
I mean,
it's different ways how they would be what some men would do, but they're gonna show one way or the other. They're gonna show you.
he'll cut you off. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like he'll just like ain't no man really gonna put his hands on a female. I mean, some will, but I don't recommend that. But for the most part, he just gonna be like, "Oh, that's how you talk." Well, I'm just not gonna deal with you. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I'm the blessing. You know what I'm saying? So if you, I'm just gonna disconnect you from the blessing. You know what I mean? And that's all we really need to do. I don't really need to put my hands on you to, to show you. I just be like, "Oh, okay, that's how you rolling. That's how you gonna talk. Go over there. Get out. Be gone. Resources, revoked." So that's basically how you handle that. But if you ain't a man that's a blessing, then I can see how you could want to get physical in that regard. I would pray you don't crash out like that.
Mr. Steele?
Do you know how many videos I have seen hints of how strong a man really is? I mean, I've seen so many videos where women try to compete physically with men and lose every single time. They don't get it, unfortunately. I mean, I mean, the let's see, the best. I think the best women's boxer. I forgot her name for what I heard. Uh, actually got knocked out by a man we haven't even heard of. In the boxing ring, and she had protective gear on her head. Um, I've seen women who tried to wrestle men and failed, tried to play basketball with a man and failed. It's so many. I'm surprised after so many instances, so many proofs, people still don't get it.
Well, I mean, I agree with what you guys are saying. I also agree with the chat as well. Trey, if you're not busy, brother, come on up because and Mr. He said, if you're not busy, it's pinned to the top. But, I think that, Mr. He said had a point. He said, why the definition of real man comes from everyone but a man. I definitely agree with that. And then Trey said, I agree, prototype. My absence is going to hurt worse. I agree with that as well. We got What We Know podcast in the building. If you're not doing anything, my guy, you already know, hit that thing. Come on up. All right. So we were talking about Clarissa Shields, who said that she could beat a boxer and got in with a sparring partner, a no-name sparring partner, and got knocked down 3 times. Let's see here. Well, for hundreds of thousands of years, gender development differently because she had to feel different roles. Now it's one that I did not play because I wanted to wait till everybody got up here. And I'm gonna play this, and I want to get this girl's son he passed away. And at his funeral, she decided to give him a tribute at his funeral. Here it is.
Ratchet, deplorable, and horrible, all in one word.
Wait a second. What's that? Wait, her son or her brother?
Her son.
What the fuck?
It's her son's funeral. And did you hear what she said in the background? She said, "This is my son's funeral, goddammit. And if I want to twerk at my son's funeral, I can do that. And y'all just fucking mad that y'all can't twerk."
Maybe that's why the son is getting buried, because she was too busy twerking when she should have been paying attention to what the hell was going on with him.
I don't understand why we expect anything different from people. You know what I'm saying? From wild animals. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
prototype. I knew you was come on. Come on, talk to us, prototype.
It's just, I mean, they wild animals, man. Like it is what it is. So you can't really expect people to do anything different than what they do. You know, I think us having higher expectations for people who don't have high expectations for themselves is us making ourselves crazy. You know what I mean? Like we self-respecting people, you know, what they say, common sense ain't common. You know, self-respecting people think that other people are supposed to be self-respecting, man. We just can't push our standard. We can't expect ourselves out of anybody else. You know, people gonna do what they're gonna do.
Exactly, bro. I want to welcome my guy, Mr. Solitude 77, to the show today. What's going on, my guy?
I forgot to change my name back, man. You just call me Smitty. My bad. I forgot to switch it.
What's up, Smitty? What's going on, my guy?
I feel good. I feel good. Any day I wake up is a day I can correct what was wrong yesterday and or correct my trajectory for tomorrow, so I have nothing to complain about. So
absolutely, man. And what perspective do you have this morning on what you've seen so far, my guy?
All right. So to the part, one of the brothers asked that question as far as like, what was you saying, Black man? You were saying something about and salute to the panel, salute to all the fellas up here, salute. When it comes to men not being heard as far as like listening to a man, like everybody talks about what a man is except a man.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing I could say to that is, you know, I say it like this, you know, all the things that I know about women, which I don't know everything, but I can say I'm smarter than the average bear, right? So all the things that I know about women is because I just simply shut up when women are talking about themselves. I listen to them with their little conversations at cookouts and stuff. I listen to how they talk about, oh my God, girl, let me say, yeah, so when we went on a date, and I listen to them. I don't go try to figure out how women operate by talking to a 9-year-old boy or having conversation with like a wild cheetah or something. I'm going to listen to women when they're talking about themselves. So, you know, where that comes from is a headspace of if you're dealing with individuals who already possibly have it in their head that they're smarter than most men don't really know too much, then yeah, you'll have a dynamic of you'll have some people where they'll talk as if they know you better than you know yourself. And they've never walked with the Johnson one day in their life, right? To the second part, real quick to land it. When you was talking about the sister at the funeral twerking, you know what I had to see? I try my best to like go under. I don't just look at everything face value. So like when I see that, you know what I say to myself? That is somebody with no real depth. You know, as sad as it may sound, believe it or not, Mama was given the world what she has. You can't look if Mama's not that well educated, if she doesn't have that much really going on up here to be able to speak in front of people, by default, they're going to turn that channel on their mind on. You see what I'm saying? They're going to switch into that section. They're going to go to, well, what else do I know how to do except something ratchet and or, you know, something that's of degeneracy. So when I think about all of the intelligent women that I know in my life, from my mother, my lady, female cousins, aunts, women in my community, the whole nine, I notice a pattern that women that I know that's on a certain frequency, they don't never just busting out twerking randomly. It doesn't happen. Why? Because there's too many other things they have to offer. So, I mean, I'm not even giving sis a pass on it. It's like, that's crazy. Of course. I mean, that's crazy. But I do kind of get it now. I'm starting to get it because I don't just look at it for the surface value. I guarantee you will not sit across from the table with that woman and have a constructive and like educated, something thought-provoking. She does not consist of that. What do you really think she was going to say if she got on that mic? I personally, from what I saw, it might have been better that she did just twerk, because Lord knows what would have came out of her mouth. But with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
All right. Trey is in the building. My guy Trey, man, what's going on now? Before Trey comes up, before Trey speaks or says anything, Trey has his own theme song for the network. It'd be disrespectful not to play that when he comes up. Ladies and gentlemen, the introduction to Trey.
I can't help it that I'm custom made. I can't help it that I look good, smell good, can't dance all night long. I can't help it.
Stupid.
All right, Trey is in the
I
building
knew
today.
you was Kenny Lattimore. I knew you was Kenny Lattimore.
Trey is in the building. Trey, what's going on, my brother?
What's up, big bro? What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Hey, look. Unfortunately, I built up such a callous to nigga shit that when I see it now, it doesn't even affect me. Like, niggas gonna be niggas, man. Like, I don't know what else to say at this point. Like, twerking at a funeral. Did you guys notice the white man off to the right? You see him shaking his head?
Yeah.
Did y'all notice that?
No,
Like,
hold on. I'll play it again. Hold on.
Yeah, play it again. When she walks off, when she gets pulled off, look at the guy, look at the white man to the right.
It looked like she was drunk.
Just a pure disgrace. And even you can see his face, his body language can tell you that, look, we want to celebrate the life of the people that passed. I get it. I'm all for it. I'm all for celebrating the life of somebody that passed. But what that tells me is, when I see people act like this and act like crazy at funerals, it tells me more about the person that passed away. Because the person who passed away, if you truly respected them, you conduct yourself in a certain manner at their funeral, at the memorial. Even the way you dress. I've seen people show up to, how do you show up to a funeral with a t-shirt on? That's a lack of respect for me, the person that passed away. You don't respect me. You can that's the best you could do is a t-shirt and jeans. You gonna airbrush me and put me on a t-shirt? That's the best we could do? No, I want your Sunday's best. I want your Sunday's best. Have some respect for me because I've gone and I meant something to you while I was here alive on earth. So it says a lot. It's this whole thing, but again, this nigga shit. This is what it is. You built such a callous to it. We become immune to it that it doesn't shock us. Even though we're looking at a guy who's not from our community, he's shaking his head and folding his arms going, what the hell is going on here? And we're just like, yeah, well, you know, and there's one woman who's trying to do the right thing, right? She's trying to pull her off. Hey, conduct yourself, right? Have some class. But somehow, some way, and Dr. Steele, you can agree with me or not agree with me, but somehow class has left our community somehow. It's gone. Class, elegance, dignity, respect, it's gone. It's somehow left. We can't even respect the dead properly, which is crazy to me. That's crazy to me.
Can I ask you a question, Trey?
No,
you ever been to an officer's?
You can wait till I'm finished, like everybody else did with you, Smitty.
My bad, nigga. Goddamn.
Sheesh.
Don't let you drive up the street.
I'm finished, Smitty. Go ahead.
Nah, you good, Trey. You know you folks, man. I just wanted to ask you. Nah, you know you folks, man. You know you good. Hey, look, now I wanted to ask you, have you ever been to an officer's funeral?
Yes, it's sad.
All right, so I just want to ask, is any of you all allowed to just show up in your regular clothes?
Nope.
No.
You are told exactly what
it's real formal, right? Yeah.
They tell you put your Class A's on, even in the military. They tell you to put your Class A's on. So they tell you exactly what to wear, and they tell you exactly how to wear it. Like you know exactly how to show up. Everybody looks the same.
Right. Okay.
But
I was just wondering.
You understand what I'm saying, Smitty? Like if you my guy, and you my homeboy, I have such a reverence and a respect for you. I'm not showing up to your funeral looking crazy, bro. I'm showing up at my absolute best because it's out of respect for you.
Well, see, we have this. All right, you know what all of that is too, Trey. Now I ain't gonna go too deep on this, but like what it is also. Folks don't realize when a person transitions, right? When you exit the vessel, all of the worldly stuff in that aspect, like that's no longer. It is something extremely different that's taking place with you at that moment and at that and in that realm. And people, when they do that, it's because they don't know how to transition their thoughts. They're very physical, they're very surface, they're very basic. That's all she knew. Again, I looked at mama's face good on the second time. Yeah, I said, oh yeah, you're not having no intelligent conversation with that across the table. Oh no. That's the one right there that's gonna be loud in the grocery store with you, all of that. You can't stop her, can't tell her nothing. So I mean, it is what it is. But to land it to what you saying with the respect.
Are you saying this is a mismanagement of grief? Is that what you're saying?
Wow, you know what? You can coin that. That might be that you might be on to something. I didn't think about that, Brody.
Yeah,
you might be on to something.
I don't think our community handles grief properly. I think we see it so much that we don't know how to handle it. And I say that like, you know, I had an uncle that was in my life, and I watched my family literally disintegrate after my uncle passed, because he was kind of the glue that was kind of holding it together. You know what I mean? And I just realized there's a bunch of women in my family that really didn't know how to handle their grief. They started infighting started to happen. They're fighting over money. They're fighting over the estate. They're fighting over everything now. Whereas before, you know, we talking about the type of family, you know how it was in DC, we the type of family to get together and put the inflatable tubes up, and everybody was in the
Man,
pool.
stop playing. 4th of July's in the city. 4th of July's in the city. That shit was
city. Like that's how it was. That's how tight our family was up until somebody passed away. And I think we had a ton of mismanaging of grief, and nobody really knew how to deal with that. And on the one hand, yes, it's some ratchet crap, but on the other hand, I'm looking at a woman who doesn't know how to deal with it. She doesn't know exactly what to do, and her reaction is, well, let me go to my go-to. My go-to has always been to bend over and twerk. When the music come on, just bend over to her. That's always been my go-to, right? Kevin Samuels used to say all the time, when women get scared, they run back to college, right? They just revert back to their go-to. It's unfortunate because it embarrassed the guy who passed away. It embarrassed him and it embarrassed her. But we just get to a point in our community where we're just not handling things properly. We're not handling tragedies properly, and it's only making our community look worse.
Hey, Trey. This question to all the brothers on the stage. But Trey, you sat up there and said Sunday's best. BMU, Mr. Steele, the brother under Mr. Steele, I can't think of your name.
Smitty. Just Smitty.
Smitty. What do you consider Sunday's best? When you hear Trey say Sunday best, what do you think of?
Well, I know it sure as hell one or two ladies in the black dresses.
No,
that didn't look like Sunday's best either.
Yeah, but that's the point. What he said right there. BMU, you know this as a fact. When's the last time you've been to church and actually seen people that's not dressed, that don't come in there with jeans and a shirt on in the church?
Years.
Well, you know what section they use? They use that "come as you are" thing. So they'll just wake up now. You know what I'm saying? You know that's what they use.
Hey, but hold up. But see, they took that out of context because that's really not even in the Bible. Yeah, you come as you are, but you don't leave out the same way you came in.
Come on, Clement.
See,
that's exactly what it says.
See, when we show a lack of respect to God and his standards, it trickles down all the way out. You see it in the community, you see it in our families. Look at most times when you think of a funeral, most times it's supposed to be your pastor, your bishop that's doing the processions of that. You didn't see that up there.
The eulogy or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? See, so that in itself, when we see the leadership that we quote unquote supposed to look towards, and we don't see them respecting, what you think's gonna happen? I mean, honestly, we expect something out of some. As you said, we have an expectation of people that hasn't even been taught, or they lost their training. This would people like Mr. Steele, who I'm assuming is a baby boomer, and those above him, we don't listen to them anymore.
No,
Gen X was
actually Gen X.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Damn, you an old Gen X.
God damn, Jen, you an old Gen X. Jeez.
You older than me.
He's on the cusp. He's on the cusp.
Listen, man.
My man was riding the line between baby boomer and Gen X.
Y'all stupid. So you know what? Church has. I'll say this. Church has changed a lot. It's been years, and I've been in church since I can remember. But it's been years since I walked into church and seen suits, double-breasted suits, dressed just that. Church is no longer that. And if you do go
What
to
happened
church,
to us, black man? What happened to us, man?
bro, if
What
you
happened
do,
to our image? What
if
happened
you
to
do,
us caring about our image?
if you do go to a church like that, it's going to be a very small, intimate church, probably 10 members, pastor,
You
family
can
church,
smell the wood in the podiums. Yep.
right, stuff like that. But now when you go to church, some of the biggest churches with the biggest memberships, the pastors, he's preaching in jeans with rips in them, with his Jordans and his Letterman jacket on.
And they tight where you can see his damn scrotum imprint.
So
hold on. Are y'all saying like, my bad, black man?
No, I'm just saying.
So why are you,
Am I
why are
lying,
you looking?
BMU?
Why are you even looking down there? What is going on?
You looking at that
No,
man
we ain't
this
gonna do
side.
that. No, we ain't gonna do that.
To Dingaling museums. Yes.
All right, so hold on. So y'all saying the reason why I don't see grandma with the church hat with all the flowers is because most grandmas are like 40 now?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Like that's crazy.
Hey, here go the thing.
Smitty, but grandma's now got a 40-inch weave instead of a hat now.
But hold
I
on.
wasn't allowed to step into that place without seeing my face in them shoes. I had to see my face in them loafers.
Had to be shined up.
Yes, sir. You know it.
BMU.
Socks had to no. You couldn't wear no white socks with no. You better get some church socks.
We call
Take them Michael Jacksons off. Take them Michael Jacksons off.
Yeah.
Like you had to be all the way correct. Your belt had to be like the loop in the front, everything.
Yeah. Walk up in
You couldn't have no big puff and poof in your shirt when it's tough.
And guess what?
Looking like a parachute.
With slits in their jeans now. We talking about grown men.
Yeah. And guess what though? And guess what, mom? So it wouldn't be no problems. Mom and daddy had you put that shit out the day before.
That's
so it wouldn't
right.
be no problems. It was iron, ready to go, hung up, ready to go. So when you get up in the morning, you slide right into
How many kids you think know how to iron now?
Shit.
Like iron a suit. Knowing how to crease the pants and knowing where to fold.
Do
they even know what the skinny end of the iron is for? That's to slide the pants leg in.
Hey, black man, that reminds me. You need to see if you can get an interview with a guy. His Instagram is, I think it's called New Emerging King.
Okay.
And he goes around and he teaches young kids life skills like changing the oil, changing a tire, all that type of stuff, man. You need to see if you can get an interview with him because he's doing great work in the community with these young fellas. And they were giving him crap because the young boys were saying yes, sir. That's the only thing they can find wrong with him is because when he would ask them a question, they would respond, yes, sir. Like this was some kind of problem. And I'm like, that's how I was taught growing up. Like if Dr. Steele was to speak to me, I would be like, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
We've gotten so far away from that.
But BMU, you mentioned something about the smaller churches. What do you, when you walk into a smaller church, what is it that they preaching up in that church that you don't see them preaching too much in the bigger churches?
Well, I have. Let me say, because I don't have any biases. I think there's issues with the traditional church, and I think there's issues with the bigger churches now too.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And let me tell you why. I think that if the Spirit of God left church today, it will still operate the same.
Yep.
You want to know why? Because everybody is set on the tradition of the church instead of the evolution of it. And so I think that when we go in little small churches, and they do different things in the church, they have, you can't touch a table, you can't do this. Like kids are sitting in church right now who have 7-second attention spans. They're forced to sit and watch a 50-year-old man preach about something that they don't understand. And so now those kids are sitting there like this here. They're asleep.
Hell, most of the grown-ups are sitting up there doing that. What are you talking about?
Exactly. And so I think that the church, right, and I think the church should evolve. I think when you go to church, I think the adults should have their church, and I think they should have children's church as well. Now, I think they should have church as a reflection of what the pastor's teaching about love and respect. I think that you should have a youth pastor who's teaching the children about love and respect, but do it in a way that they can understand it. because I think a lot of kids don't get anything out of church because they're asleep. And they can't understand that 50-year-old man talking about nothing. They don't understand that.
Well, what I was talking about was more so to the dress code of what it is that you see in the most smaller churches. Trey mentioned the grandmothers with the hat on and whatnot. You see that more into the traditional of Baptist, Apostolic, or Church of God in Christ churches, to where you'll see the hat, they still kind of dress, but the more I just use them as an example. Jamal Bryant's church, you see more of the loose fit, everything, tight pants. The girls walking there with, heck, be on the pulpit singing with church with jeans on, cut up there doing praise and worship. Something's wrong there. So therefore, when we talk about the respect, when we go up into the church house and we don't even respect and honor the words of God, once again, how do we expect to step outside and be able to respect one another or respect a funeral procession?
Now, I'm not more heavy on what people wear, but I am heavy on the doctrine they teach. And I think that when you're in church and you're not teaching the correct doctrine, or you're scared of it. Like, let me give you an example. In church, why we not talk? If God invented marriage and he invented sex, why we
don't talk about sex in church?
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
you're not
I'm
talking
with you.
about sex. You're not talking about the greatness of sex. All you're teaching these children is don't do it. Don't do it. You have to let these kids know sex is a beautiful thing. It was created by God. But you have to know how to use that tool for the right woodshed. You can't just be using the tool anywhere. And I think that the doctrine is more important to me than what they wear. Now, if people came to church with some jeans and some t-shirts on and I can reach them, I'm not worried about the t-shirt and jeans. I'm trying to worry about what's up here. What can I instill here that will help them understand better? Because we deal with a lot of things. We deal with teenage sex. We deal with a lot of teenage sex. We deal with teenage pregnancy. We deal with all this stuff that's going on in the homosexual community. What does the Bible say about that? If kids were taught more about what that was, what would the outlook be if we taught that? But we don't do that. We get up in church and we talk about giving. We talk about money, prosperity. God's going to give you your business next week, and you come back to church and you still don't have a business. We're talking about those type of things. We're not talking about the things that the Bible actually says.
I think you misunderstood where I was coming from, because what you're saying is exactly right. But the thing is, if the Bible teaches about modesty and how one should enter into God's house, and I as a young person, or I as someone who doesn't know the rules and regulations of the scripture and what it's supposed to be, if it's not being presented from the top, how can I expect, or how can I think? I think it's just normal. I would think it's normal if I'm not saying this, so don't pause me. But if I be someone who's of the same sex gender, and I come into your church and I see that the pastor is a homosexual or a lesbian, or they got people in the choir stand that's sitting up there prancing and dancing and doing whatever it is they doing, and they all of the same sex. You know what I'm saying? How can one get up there and start preaching about what God says about homosexuality and things of that nature? Because it's not being shown from the pulpit back. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
See, so I think where one would have to, the leadership in that, we have to stand back on what it is that God's word said and stand on that. Yeah, I can evolutionize, but never compromise what God's word says.
And you know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest problem that I have with old pastors. I've had so many debates with old pastors, and afterwards you can hear crickets because they weren't ready for what I brought to the table. Right? Pastor, you talking about modesty, Pastor. I've had this conversation with a pastor. You talk about modesty, but your wife preaching?
Thank you. It's a double barrel.
But that's what I'm saying. So you can't sit up here and say, Pastor, that, oh, look what he got on. Oh, he got on tight pants and a t-shirt, and your wife up here leading those men and preaching to those men.
That's right.
You gotta get to a point to understand that. Why are you saying that? If we going by what the Bible says, because if you go in the Bible, I just looked it up here. It says in the Bible, modesty is an attitude of humility.
That's right.
The decency and the way you look and your grooming. your language and your behavior in the presence of God, right? And so my thing is, you in the present, let's go humility, decency, grooming, right? Your language. You can't be up in church talking about, I love Jesus, motherfuckers. You can't go to, you can't do
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Jesus Christ. I remember that dude. You stupid. But you have to be decent. So I think that right now, I think church has evolved because, and a lot of pastors, I got into another debate, and I'll let you guys take it from there, where the pastor was saying, yeah, we got to stop all this spiritual dancing in church and all these upbeat songs sounding like all this clashing and upbeat songs. I'm like, what the hell is he saying? I said, excuse me, pastor, I have a question. What is it, sir? I said, didn't the Bible say make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands? Praise the Lord with cymbals, clashing of the cymbals, clashing of the drums, the loudness of the harps and all this. Like it says to do that. It says praise him with singing, dancing, loud music. That's what it says. So basically it's a personal preference of yours not to do that, because if you're going by the Bible, it says that being in the presence of God is a celebration. It's a celebration. It's loud. It's banging. It's loud music. It's sound, right? That's what it says in the Bible. And so when a pastor says that, I'm telling him it's more of a personal preference of yours not to do that. But if you're going by scripture, the scripture says, hey, you got to praise. You got to get up here and dance. It says it all right there in the Bible. It's right there. So,
I think it's more so though, because let's be real about it. Some of them ain't praising God. They just up there.
I don't know which ones is. I don't know which ones is.
Yeah.
That's
how do you delineate who does
right,
or who
exactly.
doesn't?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, the scripture also says to test the spirits by the spirits and see if it's of God. See, so this once again goes into the attitude of what it is of what our leadership that's before. See, when you're a compromised preacher, you allow things to go on that you know dang well should not be going on. See, most of these times when you see that, to have that debate and you have to ask that question, BMU, lets you know that somewhere along the line, that preacher that you was asking that question to, it may have been some compromising up in there that he's being compromised because of his sin that he's doing secretly that he don't want to be let out. Because see, there is a way how you can praise God and be in a respect in showing God that praise, that dance, that loud music. But what you see, sometimes what we see up there, that ain't of God. We must understand someone. You sit up there and you see that bass altar or whatever it is, that's supposed to be holy. That's supposed to be part of like with holy ground.
Oh, I got something for you, Clement. So while you're talking, I'm over here in 1 Timothy. I don't want to turn to the church service. So I'm going to say this and I'm going to let my brother JT cook. In 1 Timothy chapter 2, 9 and 10, it says, Paul says, when it comes to modesty, because I want to make sure everybody under the sound of my voice knows that I'm coming from scripture, not from not from my personal beliefs, but from what the scripture says. 1 Timothy 2, 9 through 10, Paul says, and we got to be specific on what Paul says here. He says, I also want women. So when it comes to modesty, he's talking to our ladies. Mm-hmm. He said, Paul says, I also want women to dress modestly, with decency, right? Propriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or expensive clothes, but with good deeds appropriate for women who profess to worship God. So we have to be careful because the Bible never talked about what a man should wear. He talked about what a woman should wear based on the fact that a woman draws attention from a man in worship. So if I'm up there in my jeans and my polo shirt, that won't affect anybody. But if my wife walks across the stage with that ass, with that tight fitted dress on, with them titties sitting up real good, that will distract the church. Ain't nobody gonna be listening to my sermon. They're gonna be looking at my wife's ass when she walk past in that white dress with that ass out. And so I think he's talking modesty of women because he knows that women are the crown jewel of attention. If a sexy woman walk into a church service, everybody gonna stop listening to the pastor and look at her. So I think modesty was more on what women should wear because women are a huge distraction when they are revealing.
Well, let's be honest about it. Modesty also starts from within.
Yeah, agreed.
You know, see, so therefore you could see them same women that dress the way how they supposed to dress in church, but then when they step outside that church, they be all dressed up, but they'll be cussing somebody out. See, so how modest was you? Modesty also can start with us as men, depending on how we carry ourselves as men, because we're the example. We're supposed to be the head. So therefore, it's kind of crazy, because have you ever heard your wife come to you and turn around and tell you, when you say, well, one shouldn't do that, and then they turn around and look at you and say, but you do it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? See, so therefore it starts and begins with us. That's why God created us first and said, hey, you have all dominion over all things. So I'm not making an excuse for anyone. Because if we all supposed to be up in that, when it comes to God and His Word, it's a standard, and that's what we have to stand on.
Now,
and that standard, that standard should be started in our homes. So therefore, it could go out and proceed out there. But unfortunately, hell, half the time you don't even you rarely see a family that actually come to church together. You may see you might see the woman and the children, or you might see a husband by himself, or a man by himself, maybe his children, but you rarely ever see a family come into the church house.
Yeah, I agree. I just think that when you have so many rules for a hospital, because I look at a church, and JT, right after this, jump right in. I look at a church as a hospital. I think people should go to church because they do deal with sickness of the mind, spiritually, mentally, physically. And I think that the church should be looked at as a hospital who helps people get well. And I think if you judge people based on who they are, where they are, what they're wearing when they come through that door, that's why a lot of people don't go. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about in general.
But see, that's the thing. You asking for, once again, if I'm the leadership, if I'm the doctor, and you coming to me and you sick and I'm sick my damn self, what you think's gonna happen?
Well, exactly. I think
that's why I'm saying it starts at the top. It's not about nobody that comes into the church house that's doesn't know church decorum and things of that nature. But when I come in there and I don't know the decorum, and I'm just a fool off the street, I'm trying to be saved. I'm trying to have my sickness healed. And I come into a church house and it's the wrong one, to where all of them are sick their damn self. Hell, that's the blind leading the blind.
JT, what's going on, my brother?
What's going on, partner? What's popping with you, bro? What's going on?
Not much, man. How long you been watching, man?
I've been watching for a minute. That's the video, when you were showing the video of the young lady. Hold on, let me see. When you were showing the video of the young lady, the mama twerking at her son's funeral. Now, did you see the first part of that? When she was cussing everybody out in the church.
Wow, did not.
When she the father of the son, she was cussing them out. She made it about her.
Yeah.
So this lady is when you see this, it shows
Embrace
you.
the grace. If you want to come up, sweetheart, you can come up. The link is pinned at the top of the chat.
So a lot of this comes from a lot of lost people. Like, she's one of those ones that's lost, and she still was creating children. Like, what she was talking about, she was trying to justify herself. And the thing was that her son was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And she tried to blame it on the son's father, though I think it's the wife of the son. Oh, she was calling her out. If you can find the first part of it, Black Man, you will see what I'm talking about. She was telling people that they the pastor was trying to get the service going, and before he can get the service going, she was telling everybody that they can't come, they need to leave, and all kind of shit that they did. And that was the second part of her twerking on her son. Now understand, that was his music that she was twerking to.
Oh, I said it.
That was his music. So when you have these mothers, and the problem is that, and I can tell you the reason why she was so pissed off, because that was her meal ticket. She thought that was her meal ticket, and it was taken away from her. Yeah, and it was taken away from her. So now her life is pretty much, as she sees it, was ended. That was it, because that was her chance of getting right with herself, so she think she can get all the money, because she's seen how this is. Yep, she kept telling her son, be a rapper, be a drill rapper, or whatever the hell he was rapping about, because we know that it wasn't rapping about anything that was good for the soul. And basically,
she wouldn't have been twerking if it was.
There you go. Well, she was lost. She was lost. She thought, when somebody gets caught up, man, and I think a lot of times people, especially sudden death and death of someone like your child, or that you're not really expecting to happen, and it puts you in a shock. Mm-hmm. And people act crazy when they're in a shock. They're discombobulated. I don't know if you've ever seen anyone being in a car accident and they jump out the car and just run down the street. I've seen it so many times where I'm like, what the fuck is they doing? Because they're in shock, they're panicking, but their mind is so discombobulated, they're just reacting. And this is what a lot of people do. They just react. And that's what she was doing. She was reacting because her life was screwed. Now, I'm telling you, just that video is creepy enough. I think what's creepy to me is that it's very well, I've seen it firsthand. I had a family member passed away. A daughter and her boyfriend or whoever else was supposed to have been actually doing the wedding. I mean, the wedding, I'm sorry, the funeral for her. Her daughter came to the funeral late, for one. Very late. Secondly, she came with this whole group of people, including her children. And the whole group was smelling like weed and alcohol. You ever seen that? And they walk in. So she walks in and she act a fool, just like that lady act a fool when her son, you have to see, I don't know if you found it, Black Man, but we'll find it one day, where that lady acted a fool in that church. My family member's daughter did the same exact thing. She gonna be all right. And they drunk and high, and they was dressed crazy. Like they was, you know how now they treat funerals like a club. So you got to be color coordinated. Everybody got t-shirts on and shit. What they say your favorite color was. They got balloons and shit. They got all kind of party favors. Sometimes they don't even do doves. They got, depending on where you at, you might see pigeons. Yeah. The little brown birds, whatever they can afford. You know what I'm saying? But they got these now, like the death is kind of like a hell party. It's not a celebration like in the heaven celebration, right? It's not that type of a celebration. Because when someone passes on, of course, you're supposed to celebrate their life. You're supposed to commemorate them, all these different things. Now, what it is that when somebody passes on, nigga, we got to go get our new outfit. It's like the club. Literally, they would have, especially with, and I feel bad for a lot of these men. A lot of these rappers and stuff and wannabe rappers, they're starting to have their funerals at strip clubs. Huh? So that should tell you how we should not be surprised at how a lot of these women look at men. This is where we're talking about. I don't know if you remember the rapper called Shorty Low.
Yeah.
Shorty Low had his funeral. It was in a church. Oh my God. And if you seen it in the church, you might as well say, well, God damn it, y'all should have had it at the funeral, at the strip club too. But it was at the funeral, at the strip club too. But at the church, he had I think it was 7 or 8 of his baby mamas came up there, and they all, man, it was terrible. They were just babbling. Wasn't anybody saying anything about how great this man was, the mark he put on his life. You couldn't get that. It was about them. Everybody, because he took care of his kids. And I was happy with him. And I was. All you heard, 7 women. Then the mom comes up. It's about her. Then the dudes come up. I'm gonna miss my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's saying anything about how this man impacted them in their life. What they're talking about is how he made them feel when he was giving them shit. Money and oh yeah, he look out for you and he'll do this. Now I tell you one thing about Shorty, Shorty is, and it's all about them. So it's like hell. So then the second part of his funeral was at a strip club. So you got these girls gyrating and twerking on the man's coffin. That's some creepy shit.
That's necromancing in its finest.
This is not like the outlier. It's a lot of this shit going on. Then when you have, like I said, especially if you're over, it don't make no difference. Detroit, Chicago, Philadelphia, it's parts of New York, because there's a whole bunch of boroughs in New York. New York is probably the most segregated out of all the cities I'm naming right now. However, it's almost the same way. These funerals, what's the other shit that they call them when they release the balloons and all the other party favors that they have, because that's what I call them, fucking party favors. I know people that have wardrobes of t-shirts with dead people on them. It's crazy now. The way that lady was like, that's not the outlier. I just got to the point where I was like, I can't go to I can't really do no young folks funerals anymore, because they're not funerals. They're not memorials. They're not something to memorialize the person. It's just something for them to have a party. I didn't see it. Done got so bad, man, where I've seen these so-called reverends and pastors cuss the family out. Listen, this is the last time I'm gonna tell y'all. Only 2 people could come up here and talk, because y'all. This is how they talk to them, because y'all long-winded. Y'all some long-winded. So we got 4 people that can come up here and say something, and after that we gonna end it. Like it's not even. There's no respect anymore. And this would be your pastors, so-called pastors, reverends. They won't even allow a lot of folks to even mourn anymore. I'm talking about family members. Everybody it's like the protocol that we gotta fight. We gotta find something to not like each other with. A lot of people, when I seen the other video, Black Man, and you see, I love reading the comments. That's more, the comments to me is more entertaining than the video itself. To see how many people that would sit back and be like, well, y'all gotta understand, she was mourning for her son. That was not a mourn.
That was an
She
act
was
of
not
food.
mourning. Yeah. It's crazy, man. If you didn't find it, Black Man, I'll look it up, bro.
Now, a lot of families, I go to a lot. I've been to a lot of funerals. A lot of family members pass away. A lot of families tell the funeral directors, as well as the presiding pastor, that we do want a minimum amount of people. And let me tell you why.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have 3 people get up and speak, and everybody gonna have 2 minutes apiece. Let me tell you why. Because when you get a bunch of niggas at a funeral, if you don't cut that shit down, it'll be 30 motherfuckers up there, and it'll be 5:30 East at 5:30 p.m. before you got the funeral. The funeral started at 12:30. I've been at a funeral where people have talked and they had no cap on the time, and them people got up there. I remember back in 73 when we went to the thing. Oh, I remember in 85 when he got out the military. 2001, we went to here. 2003, I remember when that baby was over there on the south side. And you ain't gonna believe, boy, Cheryl Lee was over there that day. We had some steak plank. Now, we had some sardines and crackers, some honey buns, some summerside. Y'all remember? Hey, Geraldine, come up here, Geraldine. And you'll be in that motherfucker for 6 hours. If you
That's
don't
what I
come
was saying.
down,
It's just a lack of respect. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, like, when people say they got these stupid rules, it's because you do stupid shit. Stupid rules begets stupid shit. That's what it is.
Right.
It's dumb shit. They
So
sit
what?
there, talk. You like, God damn.
Right.
So why are people so inconsiderate?
What's
why don't they? What's going on? Hey, everybody. Yeah, all of y'all can go. Go
The
fuck
albino
yourselves. Every single
Tasmanian
one of
devil
you.
is on post.
Every single, not you, Dr. Steele. You cool. We all right. But everyone who said I couldn't get married, fuck you.
Congratulations to my brother, man. Congratulations to my brother.
Yeah, not Dr. Steele. Again, you and I are cool.
Hey, hold up. Man, you married?
Yeah, I sure am.
Hey, congratulations. Welcome to the club.
Thank you.
I just said you couldn't get married. I just said
Grow
the
fuck up. Right, grow up.
Congrats.
Congrats,
Congrats,
Mandrell.
man.
Man, you know what? Mandrell found a beautiful young lady.
Yeah, he did.
Who accepted him for being 4'5", who accepted him for
4'5",
wearing the size 8.5,
8.5 shoe.
Hey,
I thought
doing
it was
his
a 5,
dance.
but JT gave you 8.
Hey, BMU doing his dance.
Doing his little dance and think about it, try to jump on the trampoline to give the baby a kiss, just all just.
Hey, she taller than you, Mandrell?
My brother did
No,
it.
she's not.
Hey,
No, she is not.
hey,
Listen.
Mandrell was silent. He was
to make sure,
concentrating, boy.
I was gonna say you gotta climb the giraffe to get there.
Damn.
No. That's not what's going on. But anyway, yeah, that and what's this new show you got here? Hoodie Weekend or Hoodie News or something like that?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Tell them about all the Asians coming up through the Mexican border. They're being dropped off like every 3 hours by bus.
Yep.
And there's a hole in the gate. And what they do is they leave their credentials, their passport and stuff like that. These are Chinese people, keep in mind. And they come right through. And Border Patrol sits there and they can't do anything about it.
And
Because Border Patrol is federal and Biden doesn't want them to do anything. So the governor of Texas has rallied up the National Guard to come up there and stop them.
Yeah,
I'm interested to see what happens when the National Guard shows up there and Border Patrol has to sit there and watch.
Damn.
Like, I mean, it's crazy because they're coming over here by the score, the Asians now. I'm like, okay.
It's not just the Asians over there.
I'm not understanding.
But wait, what I'm saying is the Asians fly to Mexico. And cross the border from there.
That means they had to cross. They had to cross all the United States to get there.
No, they flew from Asia to Mexico.
To Mexico.
That's what they
and
did.
then
That's
across the borders of California and Texas.
They walk north. They walk north across Mexico to cross our border.
That's what I'm saying. China is east of the world. Mexico is in the west. That's a lot of goddamn shit they had. How the fuck did they go from there?
They bought a plane ticket.
They done bypassed.
JT, they buying plane tickets.
No, I
go
get
to Mexico
that.
And they get hold on.
Oh, stop it.
All right. Mandrell, did you get a chance to see what was going on in the show? You coming, this motherfucker talking about the Asians.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so I'm gonna play this for you.
It's not important until I show up anyway.
Mandrell, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Never mind.
Dr. Steele, what you had for me?
Let me
talk to somebody with a brain.
1 minute, Dr. Steele, because Mandrell got married and he always forget about his past.
So.
And so
you albino Tasmanian devil, you.
Damn. And Mandrell had an ex that I wanted to bring up on the panel, and because she mad about it, and so she came up with her own tune. Here she is.
Plus sizes, they said big bag bitch get to the bag. They said big bag bitch you want a snack. Well this big bag bitch she got the stack. So put big bag bitch clothes on the rack. Ooh, on the macaroni, move and shake it for me. Ooh, we shaking and quaking. The brands are phony. Ooh, the brands are phony. Ooh, they need a Tony. They need an Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, cause the shit's baloney. said, big bag bitch, get to the bag. They said, big bag bitch, you want a snack? Well, this big bag bitch, she got the stack. So put big bag bitch clothes on the rack. Ooh, on the macaroni. Move and shake it for me. Ooh, we shaking and quaking. The brands are phony. Ooh, the brands are phony. Ooh, they need a Tony. They need an Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, cause the shit's baloney. The way they be faking like they're making all.
Yeah, the thing is, the sad part is that ain't even funny.
Oh, big bag rack.
Right, big bag rack. Macaroni, bologna, fried bologna.
Macaroni.
She said.
Macaroni.
You heard what she said. She said macaroni. All right. Mandrell, did you want to address anything that she said, or?
No, I just like to say that, I mean, the nerve of some people when your stomach sticks out further than your boobs do, and you got the nerve to sing a song about food. I mean, I think it's time for you to fix something in your life.
She said, if you ain't got no 4X, then you put that shit back.
Okay, cool. That's cool. Eat yourself into your early grave. Go ahead, keep going.
I think that was a diss track to you for getting married on her without telling her.
I don't know who that is.
Popping it up on her.
Yeah, popping it up on her.
Y'all can
I'm sorry.
have it.
Yeah, I'm sorry that y'all
It
didn't make
be a story of inspiration for you. Okay, if I can, and Dr. Steele, I think you were one of the few people who were there when I first showed up on YouTube.
That's what we're talking about. Hold on, Mandrell. That's what we're talking about. Oh, I got you right here when you was on YouTube first.
To another area of my body, but you know, this is YouTube, so I can't get
So
that.
hold on. Are you talking about your penis in a man full of panel? I know.
Hey, man,
so you a tricycle with a big kickstand.
Okay, that was funny. I ain't gonna lie. Tricycle with a big kickstand.
This is too much.
Oh man,
that's still funny.
Man,
that's
to this
funny.
day.
That's
Hey, listen,
funny.
bro. That was one of the funniest nights ever, boy. Man, we was on
Then, ironically,
hour.
Dr. Steele put a comment right there.
Yeah,
he did. On the pedal too. Ironically.
Saying hi to SB.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Oh man, but Mandrell. So, but anyway, back to what we were talking about, man. Is it okay? You just got married. Is it okay for your wife, to have male friends?
Hell, excuse me. He said,
What are you talking about? I'm her friend.
I'm asking. Is it okay?
She doesn't need anymore.
And why?
That's trouble.
How?
She may not be up to something, but the other dude certainly is. Like, what dude wants to be friends with a married woman? Like, I don't understand that. You're
agree.
up to something. So no. I mean, and she's not even the type that wants that either. Like, she really is like, y'all in trouble if she ever get on here. Y'all think I'm bad. No, she's bro, listen. Yeah, she's not with that either. She's not with having male friends. She's not with having female friends either because people are messy. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't like messy people, and most people are messy. So she ain't this whole thing with having friends. No, she's not even with it. So no.
You know what, Mandrell? Just because you didn't invite us to the wedding or any gathering, I have a message.
Go find your flat Pillsbury biscuit pink pudding pop. Go get your flat-assed Pillsbury dough biscuit pink Pop-Tart and get your ass up off my life.
You fat, bald-headed, no-neck midget, I sentence you to 3,000 lashes for conduct unbecoming a black man.
You can stop it.
That's the wrong example to use for anything pro-black, man. What you need to do is
just because you didn't invite us.
Listen to what?
And for
You
that,
should never say another motherfucking word to me.
We're gonna have a celebration next year. But we got shit we're working on right now, and so we said, you know what? Let's just get the legal part out of the way. Let's just go ahead and do this, and just have the ceremony and the whole nine next year.
Dope.
We're like, cool, done.
No. Yeah,
Hey,
but
BMU, you better stop getting on him. He gonna get all his midget assassins to come after you.
You better tell him. He too tall. He'll never see him coming. You don't really know. You don't know who's tall, low key.
But you was wrong for that though, Mandrell, for not giving us heads up. We had to hear it. We had to hear it on goddamn social media and shit.
Yeah, I didn't
When I
even
see
know
you,
he
I'm
was
tackling the shit
let
out
alone
you.
married.
When I
Anyway,
see you, I'm
fellas.
tackling your ass. You okay?
That's cool. Anyway, fellas, I'm finna go. I'll see y'all later.
Nope. If you leave,
yeah.
Mandrell, let me tell you something. If you leave off here right now without explaining yourself, for the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna give you all I got. You understand?
Well, listen, bro. You got to do that. I ain't gonna even be here to see it, so that's a good thing for me. I gotta take care. Listen, I'm gonna take my lady out somewhere. My wife, I'm sorry, out somewhere, and y'all gonna have to wait. See y'all later.
Hey, BMU, she already got him on ball and chain. Look at it.
Oh, okay.
Put him on the G. He got a
JT,
social media diet.
Now, JT, I want you to explain something to me, JT.
Yes, sir.
Explain to me what this is.
Girl, what the fuck?
Can you explain that to me?
What is that?
It looks like she's getting saline or some type of shit to fatten her fingers. What kind of crazy, I didn't even see it like that.
Girl, what the fuck?
What is she doing?
Man,
what is she doing?
Dog, I'm telling you, is the shit. Listen, when these motherfuckers, when they start turning it, I wouldn't even say 70 and 80. When these motherfuckers start getting 50 and 60 years old, bro, they're gonna have some ailments, dog, that it's gonna be like, what the fuck? People, they literally, their body is gonna be falling off. Motherfuckers go, their skin is gonna be rotten. Their fucking lips and they goddamn nose, the shit gonna look crazy as hell. You can't have no fucking medicine to fix the shit that they gonna have. You gonna have to just go to Home Depot, get you some Gorilla Glue and some goddamn duct tape or some shit like that, because the shit that these motherfuckers is doing and injected in their bodies, bro, they don't even realize that this shit is gonna fuck them up. And it's gonna fuck up not only them, but whoever they have, children. Like their offsprings. Yeah.
Yeah, their children.
But this is what that whole thing of being selfish is. Egregious. All of these different things. Like, the more and more I'm seeing this shit, the more and more I'm like, y'all can't argue anything out of the fucking Bible. The shit, it's supposed to be taken literally. It's supposed to be taken literally. The messages that's in there. Because there's always something that's happening right now that you can refer to in the Bible. Whether the stories or, they're allegories or not, the stories are goddamn spot on. The messages are spot fucking on. That shit is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We keep injecting ourselves with dumb shit. So that's why there's no more shaming men. Once men start catching on, you can't shame me for saying I don't want a bitch with some goddamn weave. I don't want a girl with a whole bunch of fucking eyelashes. I don't want somebody with cartilage in their goddamn lips. I don't want a bitch that got an ass that's full of goddamn whatever the fuck it's full of. I don't want someone that don't like themselves. You can't name it anything else other than hate, self-hatred. If we keep putting sugar in it in our messages, they're gonna keep doing what the fuck they doing instead of saying this is what it is. It's self-hatred. If you're wearing all these goddamn wigs and weaves and shit like that, and you can't even show your fucking hair, you are presenting self-hatred. Your kid look at you. That young lady, 3 and 4 years old, looking at their mama, and all they can think of is, I can't wait till I get of age so I can put somebody else's hair on me. Yes.
Yep. And you know what's crazy? How could you say black men are bashing black women and telling black women that they don't, that, you know, talk about their weak. How could you look at another woman who has doctored herself up in her face and her hair and not hold her accountable and say, baby, if you have self-esteem issues, I'm here for you. We can talk about it. We can walk through this. We can do this journey together and love yourself. Let me give you a prime example, bro, because you see his wife all the time, right? My wife is camera shy. I wish my wife would come on these shows, but she camera shy as shit. But I wish one day she could come on here. I'm gonna talk into it. But let me give you an example. Mrs. She Said. Miss She Said, when you see Miss She Said and you see my brother, Mr. He Said, and his wife out, his wife looks very nice. She's very beautiful. She got her real hair. And she ain't got no 8 tons of makeup on her face. Same thing with Take Heed. When you see Take Heed, she's always dressed nice. She ain't got 18 tons of makeup on her face. Like, you know, it's just a beautiful. See these women, yeah, you see these women, they love themselves to the point where they don't have to put on tracks and sew-ins and all.
Yeah.
Like even Take Heed said, when I first got to YouTube, I had on the wigs and all this other stuff. She said her daughter told her mama, that ain't you. And she said her daughter changed her life because she was presenting something to us that was not her.
Yep.
And she changed it. And it worked out for her, man. It's just, when you see these women out here, man, that are just doing the thing, like I said, man, Miss She Said, Take Heed, all of them, they're the standard, bro. You see those women, you don't see them women out in the streets like that. You've never seen Miss She Said with a wig down her back with 18 tons of makeup on her face.
Right, right.
Hey, but don't present herself that way.
Hey, BMU, but do you notice when you look at Take Heed, SB, and the difference in the glow that you see in them off their natural self? Right. And a lot of these women that cakes themselves up with all the makeup and all that to try to have a glow. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever notice the Bill Cosby TV wife? What's her name?
Rashad.
You see the glow on her? Just the natural beauty of who she is and what she is at 70-something years old.
Yep.
Still got that natural beauty look about her. Compared to what you look at Beyonce, caked up with all the makeup and all that to try to keep a glow that she done lost years ago at that young age.
Right.
See, so it's a difference in how it's just crazy. It ain't worth as a man. JT, that's why I've been telling you, you need to go on and take that step, brother, because what's compared out there right now to which it is that you still your kid's mama, you be better off going to marry your kid's mama because you don't want to deal with none of this out here.
We can only be friends.
Let me tell you,
we can only be friends.
Right. Let me put it to you like this as well, man. Is it safe to say, fellas and ladies in the chat, if you're in the chat right now, you can chime in if you want to come up. The link is top at the pin at the top of the chat.
Hold on.
Is it safe to
your
say
your best friend is your wife, JT? Stop playing.
You know, is it safe to say that a woman who is wears weave and makeup and all this other stuff, is it safe to say that she does not love herself?
Could be. I say this: it's definitely some internal issues going on within them.
Well, I think you have to be able, like, again, with everything, we have to be able to delineate what it is also.
Harmonize. Come on up here, girl. I want to hear your perspective.
So this is the thing, because in the short answer, yes. The short answer is yes, right? But the reason why men never had a problem with women wearing so much, makeup, I take that back, because my great-grandfather didn't like for his grandchildren, his children, to wear fingernail polish, lipstick. And it was their generation that did not, you know what I'm saying? Because that right there, those were things where they were saying that you're acting like a loose woman. So at that time, when women had fingernail polish on and they got makeup and stuff on their face and things like that, that was,
it was a red lipstick for my grandfather. It was the
whores that were wearing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like if you seen Color Purple, you saw the one that was the loose one. That was the one that had all the jewelry and the makeup and the fingernail polish. And she was Suge Avery. She was the loose woman. She was, and it was a time where the girls be looking at her and they started being to a point where they was like, I want to be a loose woman. Like they said that in the new book, new movie, and I caught it when the girl said, well, who is Suge Avery? And her sister was saying, that's the woman that Mr. Is in love with. You his second woman. That's his first woman. And so they showed her, and the girl was like, she's beautiful. But Suge Avery had fingernail polish on, she had makeup on, she had lipstick on. And she said, but they said that's what a loose woman wears. She said, I want to be a loose woman.
In other words, she wanted to be a lesbian too, because Suge also was a lesbian.
It was a message that they were saying for the times now.
Yeah.
Where you got girls that idolizes other women based off of their behavior and what they're wearing and things like that. That's the fucked up part of it. That's why you got an Ice Spice that's being put up on this pedestal. It's right in front of our face now. Why was they showing her and showing Taylor Swift at a goddamn football game? Why were they showing them at the Super Bowl? Throwing up devil signs and all this shit. Who the fuck? They're not the goddamn people. They didn't even do a damn halftime show. I understand if they showed them on a halftime show. But these heifers was up there because this is what they were doing. If you ever notice too, the commercials are weird. Now they're trying to make Jesus to be the devil. If you notice, you looked at those commercials. How many times they had that Jesus is your friend commercial that came up? We ain't never had nothing like that.
Yep, showing Jesus washing the feet of all the gay people.
Yes.
Pandering. It's called pandering, and it's all money.
LGBT had sponsored those commercials. We talking about those commercials were millions and millions of dollars of play.
Hey, it wasn't just them. Pfizer was behind it as well.
All of it. Whoever the money is.
You asked the question why Taylor Swift was up there. Think about who's sponsoring Taylor Swift and all that. See, so it was all a money grab. The minute that they put that girl up there in the middle of the year, think about it. Kansas City was having a whole bunch of problems and whatnot.
But this is the thing. I tend to think that it's way deeper than a money grab. I think it's way. See, money is just the lifeline of all of the things that we can do. It's a lubricant of life. That's what it is. It's tickets, and you can collect as many of those motherfuckers as you possibly can because it can help you to get around in the world, right? It's bigger than that. We're talking about being piss poor spiritually, right?
Yep.
This is what we're talking about. Ice Spice. I can even understand that the Taylor Swift shit, her and the man that they won and all that crazy. But Ice Spice was up there. The motherfucker sat there and put the horns up, and then she had a damn chain. If you guys look at it, just you could type it in.
It was
Ice Spice putting up, in an upside down cross.
Subliminal messaging.
No, but she did it purposely. She did like this, and then she did like this, and they were like, that's Ice Spice right there. And they like, who? Because she's the next coming. This is what we have. She's the next coming because now we can really do our goddamn damage to society now. Why? Because the consciousness of a community, the highest you can ever become is the consciousness of the woman in your community.
That's right.
That's what it is. So now, as long as we got the woman being dumbed down spiritually, piss poor spiritually, there's nothing we can do as a society unless we have to do what we need to do. And this is when you start getting rid of people. This is war. When people start declaring war, this is the reason why. This is the reason why. The consciousness of our woman is the reason why. You know why? Because that's the closest person to our children. Nobody ever seen it that way.
They the first teachers.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, real quick, BMU, the thing about the friends, having friends married or whatnot, all I got to say is about that, think about Monique and her Uncle Sid. And why her son is sitting up there walking around saying, every time I look up, I gotta look at your daddy in order to have a conversation
God damn,
with
you
you.
right. Damn, I forgot about the whole thing, bro. It been so much going on. That shit what her son said, I said that was some powerful ass shit right there. You muted. Oh, okay. But that was some powerful shit. That was some powerful shit that we can observe, right? Monique sat there, calling everybody else out. Monique is that's that family member that you don't have around you. This is why people don't fuck with people like her.
Yep.
This is why they don't fuck with people. People that
And how
helped
long
her,
was
all
said?
these different
Hey,
things.
JT, how long was said around?
Man.
How long was he around?
For a
So
minute.
he was that friend. He was that friend that stuck around and saw everything. They actually lived together while they both were sitting up there doing whatever it was that they was doing.
Her best
You know what I'm
friend.
saying?
Right.
So it's like, hell yeah, I would be confused if I'm your son and I'm growing up and he uncle said, and then all of a sudden he become your
Nah,
damn
that's
husband.
your husband, your daddy. That nigga who graduates from best friend, brother to daddy. You know what I'm saying? And he don't act nothing like no damn man at first. Like I said, when he get to talking to her, when he told her about the friendly pussy shit, she said that's what her daddy told her.
He a pimp, man.
Now, this is the thing. I don't care what nobody say. Monique is a fucking liar. Because she told that same fucking story before, and she said her grandma told her that. Now she said her daddy told her that with her lying ass. See, what the thing is about a lie, you got to remember what the fuck you said.
That's right.
She's a liar when it came down to it.
And the cold part about it is, most people that lie like that, it's no need to do it. You lie when the truth will do.
I don't fuck around with anybody that can bring up gossip like they do. I don't give a fuck. And I told people before, that shit people think is noble what Cat Williams did. Fuck him too. Fuck Cat Williams and fuck Monique. Y'all in Hollywood. Ain't nobody, you a snitch now.
No,
Because you a part of the shit.
But I have to disagree. I respectfully disagree, my brother. You know why? I like the fact that Cat Williams did that because now you can tell the truth in it. Because as soon as he said it, everybody started scrambling.
Yep.
I didn't say that it wasn't true. This is what I'm saying.
Shit, this motherfucker done told like, but think of, hold on, let me say this. Think about how many people have lost jobs because of Steve Harvey, like Bernie Mac. His own daughter went on a podcast and talked about it. She said, my daddy never brought it up, but it hurt my daddy to know that Steve Harvey went behind his back at every studio my daddy went to get a job to feed us as kids. Steve Harvey secretly went and told them not to hire my daddy but to hire him.
That's right.
She said it
broke
my dad. She said it broke my daddy's heart. She said I seen my mama in there consoling my daddy and holding my daddy because he crying because he feel like a brother in comedy.
That's a story, but this is the thing. That's a story that I can understand. Bernie Mac's daughter coming, she's telling the story, whatever, blah, 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 this and that. I understand it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fucking intentions. It's one thing when you do the action. It's another thing when you have ill intentions behind it. That's all I'm saying. And at the end of the day, they all are in that Holly weird ass place. There's no how you gonna get noble in a place that's full of goddamn devilish people? How you gonna be sitting there?
There's nothing noble about it. Once you get up in there, you can't pick a side because one way or the other, you can go in there as clean as carpet, white carpet. But you go up any part of it into that system, you coming out dirty.
Yeah.
Eddie
So
Griffin said the best.
That's the only thing I'm saying. Don't act. Look, what he did, it needed to be done, right? But they send the motherfucking wolf to go in there and do the goddamn shit. All that shit that he's saying, somebody else could have said it. It's just the fact that he ended up saying it, and now everybody is. But this is the thing: everybody's gonna get hit. Everybody's gonna be. So it's at the point where it's like, okay, nigga, we already knew that.
Well, I will say this,
y'all
JT.
niggas. He ain't the one that stands out and he's Jesus Christ now. No, that nigga is just as dirty as the rest of them. So when you sit there and put your motherfucking and you put people dirt out there, you got to remember somebody else about to put your shit out there, nigga.
Now take Monique for instance. All this stuff Monique was saying, I didn't judge her. I didn't say she was a liar, not at
Nope.
first. I sat down and did the research. Me and my daughter sat down and did the research. My daughter said, Daddy, Monique said when she was on that set, her trailer blew up. She said,
I believe it.
Here go the video. They got the video of her fucking trailer blowing up. And in the background, they said, they walked up to Monique and said, Monique, they didn't say, are you okay? Are you burned? Did you suffer any injury? No. They said, did you get them $10,000 wigs out of there you using for the movie? She said, no, they still in the fucking trailer. And that bitch was just burning. And she said, if I was in that trailer 5 minutes earlier, I'd be dead today.
Yeah.
She said, those are the conditions they put her in. And they fucked her on set. So you, Monique, you're an Oscar-winning actress. You get another job. They tell you that you got to go on the road and promote a movie. And when you there, your fucking dressing room blew up, your trailer burning down, your gas smell coming out your goddamn room. And she got all this shit. She got receipts. So you can't go against the receipts. She got them. She's showing the world.
I'm not saying that, black man. All I'm saying is Hollywood is a weird fucking place and it's full of fucking devils. How do you expect God to come out of that?
You right.
You just as fucking. This is my whole thing. When Monique get to complaining and shit like that, she's complaining about rich people problems. That bitch ain't help. Name one person she helped out that came up and said, Monique helped me out. She threw me, she cracked the door open. She did whatever she had to do. Name anybody that said that. Every time somebody is dealing with this broad, they having just as many problems as she having with them too. All y'all motherfuckers. That's my whole problem.
Right.
All y'all is in the same shit. I'd rather look at y'all with listen, if you can tell a good joke, I'm listening. If you can sit back and act your ass off, if you can sing, you can dance, I'm listening. But when it comes down and you want to give me your motherfucking personal issues about what's going on in Hollywood, fuck you and them. Can you sing and dance is what I want to know. Because you get paid a lot of goddamn money to do what the fuck you doing. And these motherfuckers will still look down on somebody doing a 9 to 5. Please believe all these motherfuckers got dirt on them.
And now I will say this. Monique, one time she came to Dallas. They had she was on the thing, but they had Paul Mooney. You know, I love Paul Mooney, boy. So I went and seen Paul Mooney, but Monique opened up for Paul. So my wife and I went. We couldn't get a picture with Monique because I don't know what happened, but we got one with Paul Mooney. My wife got one with Paul Mooney. So Paul Mooney did. She came out, did her stand up. The reason that the people love her so much, and the reason all these girls call her auntie, and the dudes love her. Let me tell you what she did. After the damn comedy show was over, Paul Mooney said, "All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta catch a flight." So we took a picture real quick. He said, "Come on." We took a picture. He was gone. So Monique said, the people was like, "Oh my God, hurry up! Why is it taking so long to see Monique?" Monique got up on the little podium thing, and she said, "Babies, there's no reason to argue. There's no reason to get mad." She said, "I'm going to sit right here at this podium till I shake hands and hug all 150 of y'all."
Mm-hmm.
She said, "I'm not going nowhere." She said, "Okay." So she said, we ain't got to be in no rush. She said, I promise you, I'm going to touch everybody in this line for supporting me.
For sure.
And she do that everywhere she goes. She don't leave the arena, no matter how big it is. She said she sat in the arena some nights 3 hours, shaking and hugging people for 3 hours straight. So that's why our fans love her. Because when they see her, she hugging and kissing and telling them, you know, she love them. You my baby, you my niece. You know, she interact with them online and shit, like inboxing them directly and shit. So her fans, they die hard, bro.
Oh, no doubt.
Well,
I'm not saying that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm not saying that she's a bad person in that sense. I already know she was. I mean, I had a couple of, where she came on. I didn't go see her per se, but it was whoever was headlining and she was there. And that's if you got a chance to see like the big Monique.
Yeah.
When you got to see her,
the link is at the top of the chat.
When you got a chance to see her in that, and especially during the time that we talking about early 2000s, the late 90s and things like that, man, I loved all these people. And still to this day, I like Cat Williams, I like Monique, I like all of these folks. I'm looking at it from a different angle, but once we start getting it to a point where it's more to push us as a community further away from each other, I ain't with that shit. I ain't with that shit right there. Y'all go out there, y'all figure we don't need that imagery no more. We don't need nobody sitting there and they out here arguing about who did this and who did that. Black folks, listen, my whole thing is this: either we gonna be together or we ain't gonna be together. This is where we at right now. Fuck all that other bullshit. Now we can sit back, call out just like any resident. Like Monique was one of the ones that can call somebody out and then she say, "I still love you." Bullshit. You can't keep putting a motherfucker's world out there and then say, "But I'm only saying it because I love you." We know that's bullshit. Either we gonna be together or we not gonna be together. If the imagery is gonna be there, either we gonna do it, or if not, let's just keep going the way we are, separate and say, look, y'all them type of niggas and we those type of black folks. If not, if we gonna look at ourselves as trying to get together, there's no fucking way we can be dealing with this bullshit.
And to what Clement said, we have to stay out of the smoke screen. Because sometimes these kids, when they don't get what they want and they get in their feelings, they'll put a narrative out on their parents and make you feel some way about their parents. Like you just said, but she couldn't do it for her son, though. No. Because let me tell you why. Brian McKnight kids did him the same fucking way. Brian McKnight's sons, he used to take them on tour with him. He bought them their first cars. He made sure they went he spent money on their Sweet 16 birthday parties. He had them in at the little basketball tournament. Everything that they had as kids, he was there with them until they became adults. When they became adults, they felt like daddy should continue taking care of them and they don't do no work.
Entitlement, right?
They start putting out my daddy. They got on video. One of the sons said, "My daddy a fucking deadbeat. He trash. He don't do nothing for us. Now he done married this other bitch and he taking care of her goddamn kids. And they just had another baby." And come to find out, Brian McKnight said, "Okay." He said, "I've been quiet, but I'm gonna show you something." He pulled them fucking receipts out. He said, "I had a contract with my sons. Y'all 23 and 27. He said, "I paid their rent at their apartments up to a year. I bought them a car, paid their rent up for a year, gave them both $15,000 a piece and told them this is it because you grown and you need to find your own way." When that shit ran out, they started clowning him, calling him a deadbeat, and everybody was like, "Brian McKnight is some sucker nigga. He can't take care of his own fucking kids." But
that was some fuck shit right there. Yes, absolutely.
But see,
that was some fuck shit.
BMU. We're not talking about Brian McKnight because we already seen that. Monique herself said that she wasn't that type of parent.
Okay.
She wasn't that type of parent to her older son. See, so when he came out and said what he said, he was only backing up what she done already admitted.
Right.
See, so that is. See, so
kids, I don't know.
No, I agree with you. No, I agree with you. But see, we can't put him in the same standard as Brian McKnight kids because he was from the get-go. Monique herself said she didn't have much of a relationship with him. It was her assistant that was more her that raised that boy to be raised that boy. See, so his argument that he's coming out with, and you got to think about it. When he came out and said what he said, everybody started talking about that he had some mental issue or whatnot. Well, I'm sorry. I know we got some sociopaths out here, but the way how he was talking and how he handled himself, especially when he came to addressing Uncle Sid as daddy, that's telling.
But he said, though, I'm gonna see if I can find the clip. He said that. He said, "Guys, I deal with mental illness. I take medicine every day for mental illness." He said it right in the comment. He said it right on video. He said, "I take medicine every day for mental illness." If he take medicine every day for mental illness, you started the conversation out like that, nothing you say is formidable to me. Because that means you up in your feelings or you having a moment and nobody really understands a person who is on mental medication every day. But hold on, before we go. Embrace the Grace in the building. She's been waiting patiently. Hey, Sugarfoot, happy Sunday, baby girl.
How you doing? I thought you were coming on at 2 today, so I got the workout in before, but it's all good. I'm here now.
Hey, Miss Confused.
I'm confused. Hey, Almanage, you want to come up, baby? I'd love to have you up here too. But yeah, what do you think about the show so far, Embrace?
The one thing I have to say is we have to understand that Lucifer was the angel of music. Okay, so he is going to use entertainment, music, sports to get and penetrate us. And of course, we, as they want to say, we are colorful people and we are entertainers. So they use our weakness against us. And that is how they penetrate, through Hollywood, through music. You know, I've heard that sometimes a Taylor Swift concert where they lower the lights and it's like she's casting spells. There's people that can't block out 7-8 minutes of the concert. So we have to be very, very conscious of what we're listening to, of what we're allowing our kids to listen to and see, because it is their way of subliminally infiltrating us and getting us away from God, and it's working. Divide and conquer. That is the kill and destroy. That is the agenda, whether it's through music, entertainment. Imagine if all the people, and I'm guilty of it too because I love sports. Imagine all the people that go to football games on Sundays go to church. You see what I'm saying? We'll spend all this time tailgating, having parties, but we won't go to church. Why? Because it's a distraction. They use it as a distraction. That's what I want to say on that part. And on the part about having male friends, I'm kind of on the fence on that because I've had a male friend for 24 years. He's like the brother that I should have had. And have I lost potential mates because of him? Absolutely, because I'm not going to let that go. Now, I will respect my dude. Like my ex-husband, I would come home and find them hanging out and grilling and stuff like that. But if like the dude I have now, he's a little on the fence about that. So I don't be around him without him. He don't come to the house without him. You know, you got to make the adjustments to show the respect to the person you're with. But to cut somebody off, black man, I mean, 24 years, we've never crossed the line. It's always been platonic. You don't think that that's possible between a male and a female?
Okay, so let me. It's a game. It's a game that I always say to my sisters. We talk a lot and we laugh a lot about this. And I say, you know, you've been friends with this guy, and I tell my sister, pick the phone up and just call him one day out of the blue. Don't let him know. Don't warn him. Just call him and be like, "Hey, baby. Hey, Derek. You know, me and Eric are going through a lot, and I just need you right now. And I'm at the hotel right now. I'm at the Hilton in room 1408, and I want you to come and just hold me and just love me, and just I'm just so tense. I need a massage. I just need you to just be here to just love on me right now. Can you come and be with me?" And see what he says. See, it's not about the woman per se, right? Because we always say the man don't have no penis control. It's not about the woman. It's about the man. For years, for 23 years, he probably looked at you because, come on, Embrace the Grace, you cute now. Don't do that. And he done probably looked at you a couple of times and said, damn, I wonder what it's like. Ooh, to just.
Right. So you better start smiling. I know you got a headache and everything, but you better put
you
that.
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just
Smile on
look
your
at
face.
And that's what all the men tell me. He's just waiting his turn. Another guy said, make it in front of him and see what he do. You know, but
You're gonna
it's
find
like
out two things. If you do that, you're gonna find one or two things.
He
Either
either
he's
gay.
gonna sit up there and try to smack that butt, or you're gonna find out that he's secretly been gay.
There you go.
But I asked him straight up because I had a whole show about this. I asked him, I said, Jay, if I gave you the opportunity, would you fuck me? I asked him straight up because everybody on my channel was like, call him.
That's on the goddamn radio.
And you know what he said? He said, if that was about 15 years ago, yeah, I would have.
Politically correct. He was just being politically correct. He was just being politically correct.
He was like, but now because we're so deep into the friendship and I know so much about you, I was a groom. I was a groomsman at your wedding. No, I wouldn't go there with you.
So embrace.
Hey, no, JT. Hey, look at the story. Wasn't that the same thing that happened with Monique and said?
Yes, that was her best friend.
That was
marriages and
they've been
boyfriends
friends since the 10th grade, since grade school.
Man. She was
and now they married. And they
now they married.
And the thing is this: is that what you guys don't? Y'all think we just
she called him
right.
brother.
So what y'all don't realize is that the same way that you guys be strategizing, it's the same way we are too. Now he don't want to fuck up your relationship that y'all got right now currently, but given a chance, look, this is why you have so many people cheating at work and in places when men and women are close together like that. It's not a good thing, man. It's not a good thing. You cannot be a goddamn just think a man is just gonna be a friend with you, and the motherfucker still got some type of attraction to you. That it makes no sense.
So JT, you're saying if you and me was dating, you would make me cut off a 24-year friendship?
No, you don't have to cut off your friendship, but this is the thing. You have to have different types of boundaries.
Okay, and I can respect. I would ask you what your boundaries are, and I would adhere to them because at the end of the day, you're my man. You know what I'm saying? And that's my
I ain't
best
your man
friend.
if you got a best friend over there.
But this is the thing. Women have
24 years. 24 years. Well, we're going on 25 now.
There's boundaries that you have to have. There's boundaries you gotta have.
He had a woman for 12 years. He's single now, but I used to hang out with because he got over it. She wasn't giving him any kids or anything. We were supposed to have kids together so our kids can grow up, and it never happened because she's 10 years older than him, and he finally noticed that he wasn't going nowhere with her. But we all used to hang out. We all used to chill. She would get in her feelings about me because I always kept myself up, and she was raggedy looking. You know what I'm saying? That's not my fault. You know, I would tell her, let's go get your hair done. Let's go get you, look nice. But she didn't want that.
So
but
hold on. You missed no. JT, don't say it. You know what you missed right there? You was trying to show her to be something that she could never be, that what it was that your best friend that you've been knowing for 24 years is what it is that he saw in you and he actually wanted in you. But the proposition was never presented to him. Think about it. Why in the hell would I get up there and get with you and have your best friend come taking me around saying, "Hey, let's go get your hair cut. My friend, she likes a man that look like this." Well, nigga, you go fuck her then. I don't need to. What the hell I need to be with her for?
I mean, when my boy, when he was in the pen, I was the one taking care. He was making more money when he was locked up than when he was not locked up, and I would take the money, bring it to her. I mean, I would bring the money to her. I knew she wasn't good. With money, so every time he would give me money, I would take some off the top. So when let me finish. So when he got out, she had nothing for him. Nothing. But I had 5 stacks saved away for him. Wait, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Because I knew she was bad with money and she really didn't give a fuck about him, I had 5 stacks ready for him when he got out, went to the mall. Y'all know the routine. You go to the mall, you get you clothes, took him to the strip club, had a whole party for him, and she didn't have nothing for him.
When you should have been stripping for him, god dang it.
It's just like, how are you his woman and you're not ready for him when he got out? But I knew how she was, and I was ready for him. Isn't that what a best is?
No.
Baby girl, listen to me.
That's
you know
what a
you
wife
need to do?
does.
You need to go on and embrace the fact of what it is that you really feel for your friend for 24 years, and go on and embrace that grace.
I don't see him in that way. I know too much about him. We didn't bend too many corners together. We was in the game together. We made too much.
Hey, did you two accidentally ever kiss before accident?
No.
Hugging each other?
No.
So hold on. Let's slow this down, Embrace.
No.
If you did all of those things for that man and he has a woman, right? That woman, that does nothing for her. It actually does way less for her, because at the end of the day, all that man got to do is just pull it. See, the problem is that he didn't pull it.
That's
but if
it.
you would have did that shit for me right there, and this motherfucker, all she had to do was show me that she was less than a woman for me. And all I'm going to do is, I'm going to say, listen, Embrace, I've been bullshitting. God damn it. We got to quit fucking around with each other.
Come on. I'm telling you what I would have said.
You my woman.
Your ass up like a damn lawn
He's
chair.
not my type in that way. He's a homeboy. He's a brother to me.
Now, this is the craziest part. So when you give him that spiel, it can fuck up y'all relationship as it is right then. He's already played it in his head already, how that shit could possibly go. And if you keep saying you're just my friend, I'm gonna say, okay, well, I'm gonna have to see you face to face. Say that shit in my face when I lay this shit on you. I'm about to pull this motherfucking shit. I'm about to pull the lever now.
Yep.
So then when I pull the lever and say, listen, all these other bras I've been having, man, they ain't did half the shit that you did.
Come on.
The only thing we got to do now is just pull this shit together. If you looking at me like, if you doing these things for me right here, you already my woman.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and pull it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm even going to have a show. I'm even going to have a dating. I'm going to have him on my show to find him a woman. We're going to have like a Kendra G thing. I said, Jay, let's put you on the show with me and let's find you a woman. You know,
they all gonna end up being less than what you've done for him.
You set the bar.
You set the bar already.
And embrace the grace. Hold on, man. You know what? Fuck this, JT. We gotta have a real moment. Embrace the grace. Let me tell you something. If me and you were real cool, there's no way I could be your friend if you possess everything that I want in a woman. That's why it's dangerous for men to have female friends. Watch this.
Exactly.
Imagine you got a female. Imagine embrace the grace. You my female friend, and we cool as shit. And you do everything for me. You there for me. You always there, a listening ear for me. And then I got this wife over here. I'm trying to talk to her. She don't listen. Who the first person I think about?
You.
Embrace. Will listen.
Yep.
She won't laugh at my joke. Embrace laughs at my joke. If baby, you go to the store for me, not right now. Embrace will go to the store for me right now. You set the bar. So then in my head, I'm thinking, God damn. See, after a while, I'll be like, damn, I won't Embrace. That's who I should be with. She got everything I need. She look good. She smell good. She do what I ask her to do. She set the bar. There ain't no way a man can be friends with a woman who is better than the woman he married to. I'm talking today.
I didn't have male roommates. I didn't lived with. I didn't have male roommates where we were all renting a house and everything went fine. I mean, you set boundaries and you let it be known. I mean,
embrace.
Until you became a girl.
Hold on, JT. You and Embrace cool, right? If say for instance the economy just crashed and one day you was looking for somewhere else to stay and you say, oh, Embrace, what's up? And y'all moving the house together, embrace the woman she is today. Do everything, cook, clean. She the motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying
How
to
long
tap
do you
that.
think it will be before you try to go across that hallway in that room?
I'm going. It ain't gonna be long. I'm going.
We coming over there.
We about to have a heart to heart. We about to have a heart to heart. There's no fucking. Yeah, there's no way. Let me tell you.
Damn, where's the dick discipline? Where is the dick discipline?
Hold on. The dick discipline is this. We are in the same house with each other. First and foremost, any relationship I have with any other female is gonna plateau real fast. For one, because I'm a roommate with a woman that's doing all these things. No, fuck all that. So you cock blocking and not even knowing. By default, that's cock blocking. So at the end of the day, I'm not trying to have all these relationships. What I'm trying to get with all these other women, I already got it with you. All we got to do right now is just go ahead and put it all together now. There's no fucking way. How?
I've lived a life where I've had, because I love my sisters, but I tolerate them. I get along better with men. I mean, we could have an argument and then 10 minutes later we're having a beer and it's over with. You know, women, they want to involve other women and snowball it. I can't deal with all that drama when it comes with women, but y'all are much easier to deal with.
You're easy on the eyes. You got to still remember, you think you running this shit. That nigga running it. He's running it.
So I have to be ugly, in other words, for it to work platonically.
No, if you ugly, he don't even want to be around you like that. You already have those qualities of the type of woman that he wants. I don't give a fuck how you look at it. Remember, that motherfucker is looking at you that way. You have a utility that man wants. Only thing he got to do, see, if he want to keep it going and shit like that, he can't be honest with you. And that's what a lot of these dudes won't do. They won't take it to that next level with you, but they get pissed off in their life, especially as they get older and older and older. They like, I should have already done did this with her. Now life is going on. I done fucked around. We both probably done had kids with other motherfuckers and all kind of dumbass shit. I'm building bonds and bonds are being destroyed and all that shit with all these bras. I keep going right back to the same motherfucking spot that I was. We had a relationship. The relationship is over with. And guess who's still there?
The
Embrace.
revolving door. What's the revolving door, JT? Every time I go through things in life, I would go back to embrace. Everything I break up with a girl, I go back to embrace. Every time I have problems in life, I go back to embrace. If I need something, I go back to embrace. If I know my girlfriend break up with me and she burn all my money, I know embrace and save me $5,000.
So everything
goes back to you,
right? And then once I get fed up, I'm gonna say, listen, goddamn it, we got to quit bullshit with each other.
Come here, girl.
You want me and I want you.
What?
Now, JT, if we was dating and you had a female friend, a female best friend, I would be okay with it, but I would have to meet her because I would have to assess the situation. And you would have never had to, huh?
Embrace. That ain't gonna work.
She can't be my best friend.
Best friend. It ain't gonna work. You can't have two queens in the house.
I got a whole bunch of female friends. That's my female friends. Let me tell you what I don't do. I don't get too fucking common with them. I don't get common with them. I don't. Because what happens is when I get common with them and we start doing like the relationship you have, and I end up dating someone else, there's a level of jealousy that's going to be there.
Always. Always.
I'm never going to be in the middle of a situation.
It's a hard panel.
I'm just never going to be in the middle. Like, for instance, I've never been in the middle of my mother and my wife or my girl. Just, I never be in the middle of it. I know how to, if my mama is too far in my business, I know how to tell her to mind your business. I got this right here. If I got my woman and she telling me about my mama and me and all that shit, I got this shit. You better watch your goddamn mouth. I already know how to deal with the relationships I have. I don't go too far. I don't have females that I can consider my best friend. No, my best friend is going to be, that's reserved for my wife. The reason being is because, now this is a thing that a lot of women don't understand too. If you have a man and you have a best friend, that man that you have is saying, well, if you doing all this shit for this nigga right here and he doing all this shit,
what the hell you need me for?
Right. Where do I stand out at? What is it that you would give me that you won't give him besides pussy?
Exactly.
That's how we look at it. Motherfucker, come on.
But isn't that the most important thing? That is the best of me. You're getting, JT, you're getting the best of me.
Embrace. No. Hold on real quick, guys. Let me say this. Embrace. I'm gonna be transparent. I'm gonna have a transparent moment. All right. When I first met my wife before we got married, I had a friend of about 20s. Her mom and dad moved into our neighborhood when she was like 6. So I've been knowing her since we were 6 years old, and we were best friends. She stayed right across the street. Beautiful girl, goddamn. And we used to go out, and when I played sports, she used to do the workouts with me. When she ran track, I used to do the workouts with her. Like I go support her, she supported me. As we got older, I started seeing her date guys. I'm happy for her. I'm dating girls. She happy for me. Then all of a sudden, I started feeling some type of way. I say, damn, let me shake that off. So we never did anything. So then I start, when I got married or whatever, and I said, baby, this is my best friend. When my wife saw that girl, my wife didn't say nothing. She didn't get jealous or nothing like that. But when my wife saw her, my wife like, you sure that's your friend? You know,
okay.
because my wife was like, you sure that's your friend? Because what? I'm like, she like, damn, like, that's your friend for real. Y'all ain't never crossed that line. I said, no, baby, we ain't never crossed that line. She said, then this would fuck me up. She's like, but have you thought about it? I said, man, let me get back with you. I got a phone call.
I call you right back. Somebody just called me.
I remember times where she was working out. I'd be like, God, that's my friend. That's my sister. That's my friend. I look at her like my business. Oh, I can't. That motherfucker used to be so fine. Boy. And so she said, have I thought about it? I couldn't answer. Just like
are y'all friends now? Are y'all still friends?
Hell no. I cut that shit off.
Hey, black man.
No.
A black man.
No, because I knew that my wife wasn't comfortable with that shit. She was not.
So I'm never gonna win this, am I?
No.
A black
No.
man.
Yeah.
Find a video in the back. Cause I want to upload another short.
Okay.
So they say
You need
got
me to
too
get
many.
rid of one?
Yeah, get rid of one
Okay,
so I
hold
can
on,
upload it. Yeah.
Before we do, I want to take a quick commercial break while Embrace the Grace takes a Embrace
Take
the
a
Grace
breather.
take a break. Here we go, a breather. All right, we'll go back to our Black History Month, guys. It's Black History Month, and we want to make sure that we celebrate Black History Month. In light of that, we want to address people like Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, things of that nature. And we start with this.
My name is Rosa. They say I'm supposed to sit in the back, but I'm tired here, so I'm finna sit right closer. Come get me up then. It's gonna take about 3, 4, 5 men. And I ain't finna repeat myself again. Fight me. Somebody get her. My name is Eve. I didn't believe. I trusted Satan, ate that apple, he deceived. And yeah, I'm naked. I thought I was awakened. I'm the first to do it. Y'all my daughters, we related. Trick on Big Harry. Don't call me slave hoe. The hell? From the underground, dirt road, bust down mouth of dope. When I say run, you better go. In the dark, that Glocky glow.
I love that
They
laugh.
said big bag bitch get to the bag. They said big bag bitch you want a snack. Well this big bag bitch she got the stack. So put big bag bitch clothes on the rack. Ooh, on the macaroni. Move and shake it for me. Ooh, we shaking and quaking. The brands are phony. Ooh, the brands are phony. Ooh, they need a Tony. They need a Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, cause the shit's baloney. The way they be faking like they're making all the sizes. If you ain't got at least a 4X, you ain't trying. Ooh, so give it to us, baby. Give us our guys. Give it to us when we step on the spot. Ooh, plus sizes. They said big bag bitch get to the bag. They said big bag bitch you want a snack. Well this big bag bitch she got the stack. So put big bag bitch clothes on the rack. Ooh, on the macaroni. Move and shake it for me. Ooh, we shaking and quaking. Ooh, they need a Tony. They need a Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, cause the shit's baloney. The way they be faking like they're making all the sizes. If you ain't got at least a 4X, you ain't trying. Ooh, so give it to us, baby. Give us our guys. Give it to us when we step on the spot. Ooh, bye-bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's our quick commercial break. Bye-bye.
Hey,
So-
I didn't realize old girl was talking about Black history.
Yeah.
I did not realize that until just
Get
now
to
when
the
she
back of the
started
bus.
talking, mentioning the names.
For those out there who like Black History, that was our Black History Moment commercial. Back to our scheduled programming. JT, everything gone back there, so if you want to add it back there, it's fine.
No, not in that one. I'm talking about in the branding part.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hey, Embrace.
Yes.
They don't call me Scorched Earth for nothing, so I'm getting ready to scorch your relationship. I hate to do it.
Go ahead.
But,
JT, you good.
If your man sees this clip, if he ain't been wondering, he definitely gonna wonder now.
About what?
About you and his relationship and your relationship with your friend.
But he knows. but my man right now knows about him and they've met. I made sure that they met off the rip.
Hold up. What I know about him is only what it is that you allow for me to see about him. I can go out and hang with him. I can go out and do all the things, but at the end of the day, when your butt is mad and you done walked away somewhere and I don't know where in the hell you at, and I call your man, your friend, and he don't know where you at, oh, that's when I start questioning, okay, what the hell is really going on? See,
She's right next door, right sitting,
Yeah,
laying
exactly.
right next to him.
I'm with you, JT, okay?
But see, the thing is, that girl that he was with for 12 years, that's the only name she heard. I guarantee you, he done went through situations in that about you.
Yeah, he did.
Why you don't go get Embrace to do that?
Embrace.
Hold
on, Embrace. I got something for you. One, I know you're in a relationship, so if this is hypothetically speaking, if you were not, I would advise that one day you call him over and say, hey, I need to talk to you for a second. And when he gets there, you say, I'm upstairs or I'm in the bedroom, you know where how the house works. And when he walk in, be on the end of the bed, butt ass naked, tooted up, and say, I want you to tear this ass up. You know what he gonna do?
Tear it up.
Yes.
Hey, as I said before, you either gonna find out that he always wanted you, or hey, and the brothers on here and agree with me. You're gonna find out two things about it. You either gonna find out that he always wanted you and he was waiting on you to come through, or you're gonna find out that he was secretly gay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because honestly, no man in their right mind is gonna be in a relationship. I couldn't be in a relationship with a woman like you and be married. It wouldn't work.
Oh,
That's
hell no.
competition.
Mm-mm.
That's competition. One way or the other, I'm gonna have to let one go.
Clement,
I can't be in love with two women.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna work.
And
So how
especially
you able to manage? How you able to manage that? Believe me, the only reason why you managing that is because the man you with right now, maybe he don't care, but you may never get married to him because of the fact that he's only gonna give you what it is that he knows that because believe me and you, ain't gonna be no way in the world that man is gonna marry you and still allow you to be best friends with that man that you've been friends with for 24 years. Ain't gonna happen.
Ain't no woman going to embrace. Yeah. Ain't no woman going to be better than you in your friend's life.
That's right.
No matter who he meet, no, you are the standard for him.
You the standard.
In his head, he probably saying, if you can't do what Embrace did for me, I don't want you.
Yep.
This is the thing also. When you know a man is
actually, I love you, baby, but you just put an impression on the man, and the man's
but if you know a man is, especially when he in his bag of being that man for you, it's like this nigga got his best, he giving you his best moves and he's trying them out on you. And at the end of the day, one of his best moves is going to be able to have boundaries, and he's going to give you boundaries within y'all relationship. And let me tell you what he going to do. He going to push that nigga out your life. Trust me when I tell you, when we give our best dance, I'm telling you, our best moves, that shit don't look, it's not always going to be comfortable for a woman, right? Until you get used to it. If you ain't never had a man to give you his best moves, let me tell you what it's going to look like. Toxic masculinity. It's going to look like what they call it now, love bombing. It's going to look controlling. It's going to look crazy as fuck. But if you get comfortable with being up under that man's tutelage, let me tell you something. You ain't never in your life have to worry about shit. You ain't got to worry about a goddamn thing, because guess what he's allowing you to do? Your best moves for him. And if you got some good moves, and he see you got some good moves, he want to see you do some somersaults, and he want to see you do some more shit. He want to see that's what it is. And you can't do it when you are concentrated on another fucking man. That best friend shit is out the fucking
I'm going to find him a woman.
Baby, you just got friendly pussy.
I'm going to find him a woman. Watch. I'm going to put him on my show. We're going to do a Kendra G type shit, and we're going to get him a woman. Okay?
Because of the fact that they ain't going to stand up against you.
Embrace, right. Embrace. Think about this. When you get those women on the show, look at their characteristics and the things that they do and the things that they won't do, and compare them to who you are, and watch how that show fail. You will not find her.
He's not. All you doing is finding him some pussy.
If you told him today, I got myself cloned, she's just like me identically, he'll marry her tomorrow.
Yes.
I mean, we already talked about what his standards are going to be for the woman and everything that he likes and wants.
Hold on, Clement. She said something special.
Yeah.
He already told her what characteristics he's looking for in a woman. Now, embrace the grace. Give me just a second. I want to make sure I'm going to make this right. Embrace the grace. Did those characteristics meet the woman that you are? Yes or no?
Yes. She has to be able to cook. She has to be able to keep a clean house. She has to be able to manage money correctly. She has to be able to give it up on demand. And she has to be, well, I can't do this, but she has to be able to give him a child.
Hey, he only saying, hey, He only saying they have to give a child. But if it was you, he'll be willing to marry you and
Fuck
still
them
be with you and
kids,
adopt a
right?
child.
Yeah,
So all that you just said flew over the cuckoo's nest. It went way
hold
over.
on. Is he cool with your son?
Yeah, he's the godfather of my son.
God damn, he's a
There you go,
father.
right there. There go Monique saying. Monique saying.
He was a he was a groomsman in my wedding.
Hey,
He was a spy at the bachelor party. He was my spy at the bachelor party.
JT, Monique is saying part 2.
Yeah.
Grace.
Embrace. Okay, let's go through this. He knows your son well. He's the godfather of your son. He knows that you went through a marriage. He knows your hurt and pain. He knows you like what you don't like. He's been there for you in some of the most intimate moments of your life. When you had your son, when you were married, when you got divorced, he knows everything about you. You know everything about him. You have supported him and saved for him. He's been there for you. Y'all know everything about each other. If you weren't on this show right now, and I mentioned two friends who had these similar traits toward each other, people would say, damn, they should be married.
Yeah.
And look, and guess what? Hold on, I ask you one more damning question. I got one more damning question.
Go ahead.
Have you met a man who has been there for you like he has?
Have I met a man who has been? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yes.
What happened to him?
What happened?
Yeah.
It didn't pan out.
Why?
I wonder why.
But he's still there. But he's still there.
He ain't going nowhere. That's my.
You can't be listen. You can't be babysitting a dick. You gotta look. You either get on the horse or get the fuck off. That's
But JT, have you ever been friends with a woman and the woman just does not do it for you in that way? You just look at them as a friend?
No.
The only thing that y'all haven't done is fuck. And if y'all have sex, it is over. You together.
It's over with. It's a done deal.
That's it. You've done everything but for him, but gave him that willy wally.
Hey, as I said before, he's either waiting on his turn or he's secretly gay. Period.
And he waiting. You know what he waiting on? I can tell you what he waiting on. He waiting on you to come here
to Dingaling museums. Yes.
That's what he waiting on.
I mean, I didn't met his tricks. I didn't lie for him. I didn't move shit for him. I mean, it's just, I guess.
That's a wife.
That's a wife. That's not a best friend. That's a wife.
Embrace
you put your life in danger for that man.
Hey, here's the sad part about it.
Huh?
Everything that each one of us has said, look at her blushing.
Hey, man.
I am not blushing.
He just didn't pull the lever. I'm telling you, Embrace. He didn't pull the lever. You couldn't be my best friend for 25 years and we ain't get married.
No.
Shit, boy, Embrace, I had you, boy, I fold you up like a lawn chair. Shit,
There's no loitering. There's no loitering over here.
Come on, guys. Y'all are thinking with y'all dicks.
No, we're thinking with common sense.
You know what? Embrace. Most men that are with women,
walking around, making breakfast, and as you making it, as you splatting up the eggs, I'm splatting you from behind.
You know what? Guess what? Most men, you say we're thinking about our dicks. Most men are first when it's a good woman and they have good intentions. Most men are not attracted to women for sex. They're attracted to the way you think, the way you move. They can trust you. They know if they put something in your hands, you can multiply it. And then the sex comes later.
Yeah.
Right.
24 years.
Yes.
Listen, and Embrace, I swear to God, if you had sex with him and all those emotions that he had in his life and all that hurt and pain, that you were there for him and you saved for him and you did stuff for him, you dropped things off for him, all that stuff inside that man is going to have sex with you and you will never be able to recover from the feeling you have from that sexual intimacy. Yeah. You'll never be the same.
Yeah.
Hey, I got something else. JT and BMU, you would agree with me. Embrace. Has he ever walked to you and you gave him a hug and you felt all the weight and everything else that he was carrying on your shoulder?
Yes.
That's the
But
man right there.
we hadn't seen each other in 3 years.
No, hell no.
Why? But why?
That's even worse. That's even worse. If you haven't seen him in 3 years and when y'all get back together, ain't nothing changed.
So why? Why did you not see him for 3 years?
Because he moved to Georgia and I was still in Florida, but now I'm in Georgia and he's here too.
So did you guys talk during that 3 year being away from each other? Y'all just didn't say anything to each other?
Not really. No, we had a little hiatus. So.
Okay, all right. I understand that because
But we picked up right where we left off. No, we picked up right where we left off. We just, he moved to Georgia to try to better himself with his brother. He finally left that chick to get on his feet. I was going through my separation, and then when I decided to move to Georgia, because everybody thought I was moving to Georgia because of him, and it wasn't because of that. And then we saw each. No, it wasn't because of that.
But hypothetically, hold on. But coincidentally, you end up in the same place he at. Oh, okay. I'm just making sure.
I had a choice between Georgia and Michigan, and I chose Georgia because of a job opportunity and the weather.
No, because she know if she came to Michigan that she had to come across me, and I wasn't gonna let that shit ride.
Come on, Jay. You talking today? God damn it!
You talking, man? And you shut the fuck up.
Okay, let me switch it over a little bit now. When you guys were talking about the makeup, the eyelashes, and the wigs, I think it's getting out of hand nowadays. I wear makeup, I wear eyelashes, but sometimes you can't even tell that I wear eyelashes because I make it look natural. Like, I just got into foundation. I think that the women don't look like them anymore. Makeup is supposed to already enhance the beauty that you have, but nowadays it's too much. You're not looking like the person. You're catfishing. And that's what I think women are doing. They're just going overboard with it. I'm not even to the contour thing and all. That's too much. I just started wearing foundation. I just think, and you guys, and you men are right. I didn't know until I watched Kevin Samuels that y'all men didn't like the weave, didn't like the eyelashes, didn't like the long claws, because that's what I saw every other woman do. So I really didn't learn that. I'm like, wow. But why do you think women still keep doing it? If y'all are telling them you don't like it.
Following
with each other.
They're in competition with each other. They don't care anything about what we're talking about. This is the thing. Men generally never had a problem with a woman making her, when you're going out and stuff like that, a woman making herself up. You had the blush and all that crazy ass shit, but it always was close to her natural self. She still looked like that woman. Nowadays, they're not. We ain't talking about eyelashes so your eyelashes can just look fuller, right? That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about you're making extensions because you just want your hair to look fuller. We're not talking about the rosy cheeks and all of this no more. What we talking about is these motherfuckers look like total different dolls. They don't even like human beings. They look
drag
like
queens. They're like drag queens.
Anybody
they look like they ready to die. Right?
Anybody want to come up on the panel? The link is at the top of the chat, guys.
So they look like they're ready to die. They look like they're you just put them in a casket, and that's what they look like now. The shit doesn't look real at all. I've never myself found it attractive. Like, if you ever seen an Ebony Jet, when they used to have the advertisements and you had the models that was on there, they had a lot of fucking makeup on. So they didn't look attractive. They just looked like the models that they were, whether they were modeling for alcohol or, for a car or something like that. They didn't look real. So it wasn't like they were being, they kind of look like models. Like, if you ever seen the models, the models' clothes, swimsuit and all that shit, they look okay, but that ain't what you're going to see when you see their ass every day. We want the woman to look like a goddamn woman. That's all you got to do is look like a damn woman. They look like men, looking like women, looking like men, looking like women. That's the problem. And their attitude is shitty as fuck. You know how crazy that
Okay.
shit looks to see a woman with 18 inches of yaki and those long ass fucking eyelashes with that dumb ass shit on their face, and then they probably got cartilage or whatever the fuck in they lips and shit like that, talking about some bro, that's cap, bro. That shit.
Hey,
Fuck
don't forget them.
niggas.
Hey, JT, don't forget them long nails where you trying to figure out how in the hell they wipe their butt with them nails that got dang long.
Yeah. And then they got that dumb shit right there. Now understand this. There is a psychology that comes down to the whole way on how women make themselves look up, like the rosy cheeks, right? Oh shit. I'm just gonna say it. That shit has everything to do with sex. You ever seen when a woman has sex, your nose flare up? If you're light skinned like Embrace, you got your nose start turning pink and red. Your cheeks are rosy red. You got it's the whole thing with that. It's a psychology that they have with that, not this dumbass shit here. The psychology with that is that you look like you about to go to Pope's funeral home and lay in a fucking casket. That's what you're looking like. Or you're looking like a dude trying to look like a woman, trying to look like a dude.
Damn. That's crazy to me. You know, I try to always, when I'm on a panel or I come to a show, I always try to look like what my profile picture looks like. You know, I care about the way I look, but I just don't kick it up the way it's too much. And I agree with you guys. I've seen these tutorials where, have you seen them where the woman is plain as day and maybe in her 50s and she does her makeup and now she looks like she's 30, teeth, eyelashes, everything. And it really is crazy.
The game's so real now. They put in like fake little cheeks and like fake little lips, and then they'll just do the makeup around it to blend everything in. And before you know it, this hoe unrobing like a plastic bag. You hear me?
Listen, I don't even think we would ever have a problem if black women had weave that looked like what comes out of their skull.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the afro weave with the afro puffs and you know what I'm saying? That's why I never have a problem with braids, because at least it looks like it comes out of your skull. We wouldn't have a problem with that. But when you look in the world, not just in America, you can go to any place in the world, and if you have black women in that world, they're competing with non-black women. You know how we know? Because they got all that stupid ass hair. We know goddamn well, if your hair grows at 18 inches, it does not hang down. The shit goes to the sun. We already know that. If you look at some of these 70s pictures of women with long hair, they either had it relaxed or they had it in an afro. And that shit was sexy as hell. That shit used to be the sexiest shit in the world. You think I'm lying? Look at old girl that played on Good Times, Bernadette. When she had that afro, man, that shit was dope as hell. You have women that actually have it where you'll see them with the afro. It's one chick. She's a younger chick, but I think she's either Puerto Rican or I think she's loving hip hop type of chick. Her attitude is terrible as fuck, but she used to wear this afro wig. That shit was sexy than a motherfucker. It was like, damn, that's crazy as hell, because it's something unique that black women understood. This is a unique thing about us. That's why when we see women wearing their own hair and they got them in all different types of styles that only their hair will allow for them to do, not to put that shit all the way down at 18 fucking inches to your booty. That shit looks crazy. That's self-hate. That's how I look at it. That shit crazy as fuck, black man.
But you know what, JT? I want to share this with you guys because I think this is what our sister was talking about. I think this is what she meant. Let me play this real quick.
Where'd she go?
No, she had a phone call came through.
She said she'll be right back.
Message. Here it is.
Subscribe. The hell?
Yes.
Damn.
That's the end. This is the beginning. Beginning, end.
And that shit does not, and I don't understand why guys think that shit looks sexy. That shit looks that's too much.
But ain't
And that's
nobody.
a,
But
wait, but
OG,
that's a
but
nigga, ain't it?
OG,
That's a
ain't
nigga.
nobody fucking with that really, bro. That's just some shit she doing for the YouTube. Ain't nobody really going up to that and actually trying to speak game on that house.
Oh
That's
shit!
a fact,
Somebody gonna hit her. I don't care what
bro.
nobody. Somebody
Black
gonna hit
men,
her.
let me. I understand somebody gonna hit her, but I'm saying for just the nigga that the woman. When I say the nigga that you want, I mean the woman that the man really
Man,
want. Yeah, she not.
Somebody in the
Ain't no
chat said
nigga
she look
going
like
up to her.
Rihanna. Somebody in the chat said she like Rihanna at the end. Hey, listen.
And let's see
Information.
how that motherfucker look in the chat. I bet he look like Flavor Flav.
Information man. What's up, my guy? It's my big brother. What's up,
Hey,
information
what's
man?
up? Hey,
What's
what's
going
going
on,
on,
brother?
man? I'm about to do a show pretty soon, but I just wanted to come up and say a couple of words about this issue. If you go back and do some research on this is why Black women wear the makeup that they do and the weaving and what have you. We have to understand the fundamental reality of American society. White women were put on a pedestal of beauty standards.
That's
And
right.
remember, back in the 70s and 60s, Black women were wearing that white eyeshadow. They were wearing makeup that didn't fit their skin tone. And the reason why Black women were doing that is because when you look at all the magazines, before you had the Beverly Johnsons and what have you who broke through, most of the standard of beauty was white women. Black men, as Negroes, get on YouTube and talk the talk that they talk. Remember, Black men were killed in this country at the hundreds across the South for looking at white women, for engaging with white women. Come on now.
Yep.
Because that was a standard of beauty which white males put up on a pedestal. If you ever saw the movie, the original movie, The Birth of a Nation, which was played at the White House, and the president at the time said that it was truth spoken with lightning, according to him. In that movie, it portrayed Black men being freed and taking over America and then savaging after white women. And in turn, they had the Ku Klux Klan that came to save the day. What I'm saying is at one point in time, as we know historically, as Don Imus did, he called Black women nappy little hoes. Black women have always, and Black men as well, but Black women in particular have always had issues with the way they look, their skin tone, with the colorism, and being told that they're not good enough or prettier enough. So
But that was from a white person, bro. That was from a white person, and that shit that they doing now, that shit is horrible, bro.
But brother, I'm gonna land my plane. But I'm trying to give you the historical, psychological, and cultural conditioning for why they are doing what they're doing. It's psychological.
Nah, I feel like that's an excuse right there, brother.
No, it's not an excuse, brother. If you let me finish my point, I will land my plane. Thank you.
I'm riding with you.
What I'm trying to give you is there is a psychological context. If you go back in the day and they had the white doll versus the black doll, Black little girls picked the white doll over the black doll. That was a study that was done in the 60s. Thurgood Marshall was involved in it. Brother, I come with receipts and historical context, brother, not just talk. A lot of people just talk on here, but don't bring up historical context. I'm saying all of that stuff plays into the psyche of why Black women, amongst other things, trying to impress each other, of course, why women, and particularly Black women, have been so bamboozled by the beauty industry and wearing the long nails and the hair. When you talk about weaves, I go back, brother. The weaves originally started with white women. White women were wearing weaves before Black women. They were the ones attaching extra hair to them. And then what happened was Black women start doing what? Trying to mimic white beauty standards. That's where you get the blonde hair. You got Black women running around.
Ask you this.
I'm not finished.
Well, damn, I'm trying to talk with you. You still rolling.
But brother, you cut me off a couple of times, and therefore I'm going to finish and land my plane here.
Right.
Remember, if you know respectfully to you, brother, if you remember very well, black women were mimicking white women beauty standards with the blonde hair and all these things. At the end of the day, it's not to make an excuse, but we have to understand where some of this comes into effect psychologically, right? But I agree. I agree with all of you. I don't like the way they're wearing their hair. I don't like the weaves. I don't like the long nails. I like natural beauty, and that's what most men want. But a lot of our women are just doing this, as you brothers said before, to impress other women. But black women in particular in this country have been bamboozled by beauty standards that they've been trying to live up to. Remember, black women were putting blue contacts in their eyes. Where did that come from? And I'll land my plane there. I know I've said a lot that you may or may not agree with, but I'll land my plane there respectfully.
No, I agree with everything you said, OG. You know what I'm saying? You're a little older than me. I'm just 30. So I just got up in this world. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, but I agree with everything you're saying. But what I'm saying right now in this today's climate, it's 2024, man. We got what's that movie I love? Maui.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying? We got stuff like that, and little black girls. They got cartoons of little black girls with the curly hair and things like that. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
So for far as right now, these girls just want to do that because they just want to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
I
let me
totally
just say
agree with
this.
that.
Because let me say this too. Because just like you say, I grew up with the era of that 90s, 80s era, and all that was Holly Berry, them like short haircuts. That shit was always fine and sexy. When you look at the videos, the girls were skinny and stuff. They wasn't all this overweight shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just the times is different now, and they want to do what they want to do. We can talk how blue in our face, how we don't like this, how we don't like that, but they like it each other. When they get in the mirrors, when they go in the girls' bathroom, they're talking about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they really don't care. They don't really care what we talking about right now. But I do agree with 60s, 50s, 70s. Yeah, for sure. The white woman was put up on this pedestal like she was fine, but she's never been fine to me. Never.
Right.
I have never had a white woman. You know what I'm saying?
Keep in mind,
Check the back check, black man.
Check that back check. That's beautiful what you put out there, black man. But keep this in mind, brother D Town, that even though those were years ago, there is still a level of a certain beauty standard that's been still conditioned there. I have to say this. We went from Holly Berry with the short hairstyle, natural look, and we love that. Whose fault is this? Is it the simps out here who have ruined all of this for us? Because the simps are going for these women with the claws and all of this. How did we allow this to be the narrative, black men, in terms of letting this beauty that they have conjured up be something that some of us would even want to chase for? Is it our fault? Is it the women's fault? Where did we go wrong?
Well, you know what?
I think that. Go ahead.
JT, real quick, I want to show information, something real quick. I want you to tell me the difference in what you see in this video I'm about to put up here.
That trans people want special privileges than it is for y'all to just accept the fact that we want to be treated like everybody else.
No, the truth is you don't want to be treated like everybody else. You want to be treated like a woman. And at the end of the day, trans women are not women.
What's the difference in this woman here that's a real woman and this woman here that's a man?
Same. They both
Tell me
have the
difference.
same look.
The weave, the eyelashes, the thick makeup. This is a man, y'all.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that sister that
right
you
here.
had
You're
on
looking
there,
at-
Black Man Unfiltered. She's kind of messy. She's been on YouTube for years. She's very messy right here.
And look at her. What's the difference between this shit and this shit? You can't tell them apart.
No, that's what's scary.
Yeah.
That's what Information
And
Man is saying. That's what
I
we're
feel
saying
sorry
right
for
here.
the young brother on the panel at 30 years old. He's got to deal with this shit more than we older dudes have to deal with. Just like Trey said the other night, do we have a dog in this fight?
Right, and think about it. Now, when you go up to a girl, now I'm gonna be real. You know it's unfiltered over here.
I'm married
Now
though, so I'm out the game.
Congratulations.
brother. Congratulations.
I seen what y'all was talking about. I said, you know what? No deal. Let me get up out the game. You hear me?
Von Bryan said the difference is a vagina. Yes, Von, but then at the same time, how you gonna know it's a vagina if you like right? That's all you, Von. You went right in what I was gonna say. Now you got to walk up to a woman and have an HR moment. You got to walk up to a woman and say, "Hey, let me see your pussy."
No, brother, it's gonna go deeper than that. No, Black Men Unfiltered. They can make it look like it's a real thing now. What you gotta do, and I've said this before on your channel, brother, as I get ready to peel off here, it's gonna get to a point when you meet somebody. I need to see birth certificate. I need to see medical records before we get into any damn thing.
I need your MRI.
On top of the right on. On top of the do you have any diseases? So we got to go with, we need to make sure you ain't got a disease. I want birth certificates. We want everything. We want school records.
Hey, forget about the birth certificate because they can change that.
3 Ds: dick, disease, disposition.
I know, man. I know. Y'all brothers have a good one, Black man.
All right, man.
What time you going on?
What time you going on, bro?
Probably around well, I'm in the West Coast, so between 5:30, maybe 6. I'm just preparing
you
now.
in LA,
But
right?
What'd you say?
You in LA, right?
No, I'm in Northern Cal, man. But I go down to LA every now and then. But nah, man, Black man, everybody on the panel, I respect you all. Keep up the good work. We might, Black Man Unfiltered, you should open this discussion up a little on maybe the barbershop. Expand this discussion.
Absolutely.
Because this is crazy. And on some of these date sites, these dating apps, they are starting to do stuff where they're shaming men who do not want to go for the trans or the super over, people that, right? So they got the trans on his dating sites. And if that's not what you want, they'll shame you.
Yep.
You can say on your profile, I don't want no transformers.
Yep. If you can lose your job too now.
Decepticons.
If you deny a woman a trans woman, dating or a boss, being your boss, a supervisor, anything like that, you could be fired from your damn job.
Yeah.
Now that's part of the social engineering that they've been starting since the 60s. Yeah. This is nothing new. They have a manifesto right out here that was made out in California back in 60? I think it was 78. I sent it to you before, a Black man. The gay manifesto.
Crazy, it goes back to this right here. The reason why men don't like makeup and like a more natural look, I don't even want the basic makeup no more. Because now, if I didn't tell y'all this was a fucking man, how many of y'all, be honest, how many of y'all would have known this was a fucking man right now?
I wouldn't have. Not walking up on, not until I walked up on it.
Right. This is a trans woman right here who has had the surgery, who got the titties, who got the ass done, the damn Adam's apple shaved down, got the follicles put in her hair. I almost said real. Fuck that. This is a man. And if she walked past you, you would not know that. You'd be like, damn.
But Black man, I always thought that makeup was for trans. Not trans, drag. Like it was really made for the drag.
Right. And that's what I was asking, stuff, bro. D-Town. I'm asking, what's the difference between this and this? What's the difference?
Well, the difference now is you got to put that conversation on them. You got to see what's going on. You got to ask some questions, just like you said. You got to. All men gonna do, all we gonna do is just adapt. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna change them, no, we just gonna adapt. So I need your wallet, I need your birth certificate, however,
and if you don't, you'll be in there hitting that thing, it'll get good to whoever it is, and then she'll let that penis go in and drop right on top of yours.
Yeah, but this is the thing. You need to get them, for real, we need to get medical records. My whole thing is this. I need to know that your ass has or has not a prostate. If you have a prostate, leave me the fuck alone. If your ass have a prostate, can you get the fuck out of my AO? That's area of operations, even nobody knows what that is.
But was you on the show that night where we actually showed the surgery of how they cut the penis off, fold it back, put nerve endings in it, and make it a vagina?
Yeah. Yeah, that shit is crazy as fuck. But this is the thing: you cannot do the. We already know that we have problems as men with prostate exam. Only men have prostates. Everybody, only men. Women do not have a prostate. This is what you guys have to understand. If you suspect a woman of being a man, ask her when was her last prostate exam. And if she doesn't answer with that motherfucker and say, I don't have a prostate, then you know that that is a woman. If a motherfucker sits back and said, I never had a prostate exam, then that motherfucker is a liar.
Man.
Medea has a prostate, y'all.
But you know what's crazy, bro? I'm just gonna put it to you like this, bro. It's crazy out here. The things that we're dealing with, the things that we focus on, not focus on, but the things that we see. The women are out of line. The women are looking more like the men. The trans men and the trans women are looking like the women. Same makeup, same texture. They shopping at the same stores. They buying the same panties. They buying the same eyelashes. It's getting bad. It's getting real bad. And you see these little kids now. Kids are the same. You know, these little babies. You see babies with eyelashes now. You see babies with yaki. You see, you know, it's bad. It's real bad.
But
so,
what information man was saying was absolutely it was absolutely true, because I always think that there's a process, and that process, man, takes years and years and years to get it to where it is right now. So yeah, I mean, we just have a nation of people that don't want to be who they actually were born to be. So that's just where we at now.
All right, man.
Actually, it's nothing more than biblical prophecy coming to his head. Period.
Yeah.
What we're looking at is modern day Sodom and Gomorrah all over again. And we sit around here and we play these games, we talk this mess, but at the end of the day, we're looking at what our destruction is gonna be. Because people are just going around doing what thou wilt.
Yeah.
Honestly. And I mean, we could sit up here and we can play the games and think about it in the way how we think about it and move and act as we do. But at the end of the day, hey, you got these people coming after your wives, your husband, whatever it is that they choose, because it's like he said, yeah, it's been a plan from the get-go. But where isn't it that we got to come to as a society to turn around and change the narrative? Because as long as we sitting up here laying down, letting them do what they do, they're going to continue to do it. And before we know it, we're going to be looking at hellfire and brimstone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, we sit up here and we talk about how much we don't believe in the Bible, but honestly, the Bible is right now it's living, it's walking, living, and being what it is that it said it was going to be.
Yes, sir.
Right. And you're so true, brother. But just like I do know about that Bible.
Oh, you borged out.
Borged out, man.
Street, Dallas on the right.
Yeah, I'm back. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, you back.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I was gonna say was, I ain't always in my Bible, but I'm getting into it, But one thing I do know that he say that everybody just ain't gonna go. Everybody can't go. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is sometimes. That's how I be thinking about it.
D-Town, what D-Town you in? Detroit or you in Dallas?
No, Dallas, Texas. I'm down
I'm in Dallas
He
too,
D-Town. I'm Motor
I
City. We
know.
Motown. That's D-Town. We Motown.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm in Dallas too, my guy.
Okay, money.
What part of Dallas you in, man?
I grew up in Oak Cliff. But,
you in the Cliff?
Yeah, I stay in Box Springs, like Mesquite area.
Oh,
but,
okay, yeah. I'm in Kaufman, brother.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're not too far at all. Off 20.
Yeah,
you ain't
right
too
there.
far at all. Yeah,
Right there. All right, but listen, man. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna end the show or whatever, because my daughter has a basketball tournament today at 3, and I gotta get to that. And so, but I thank you guys for coming up, man. Great conversation. We'll continue this next week. So be looking for that tonight. We got a show tonight, The Gray Area. They'll be talking about religion, in different cultural religions. So make sure you, Clement, you tune into that. For Mr. Bennett, Paul and Peter, 2 biblical names. That's crazy. Paul and Peter will be doing The Gray Area tonight. So make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe button, come back tonight for that. We have a show every day of the week. On Monday, we have Mr. Boomer, which is great conversation. I went back and looked at the barbershop. I had to leave Friday because my brothers always take care of me when I leave. And I went back and watched it. Man, boy, Mr. Payne and Trey, golly, that was an amazing interaction between them two. But on Monday, we have Mr. Boomer. He's coming from a boomer perspective, talking about their generation and how they're trying to close in the gap with theirs. I think on Monday, he's going to be talking about, he sent me an email.
And I
It's
told him to
interesting.
put R Pain, so because everybody know him by R Pain. So I told him, man, put the R Pain up on it.
Yeah,
So they know exactly it's you.
I told him I'm gonna take care of him because our Pain, he's on the disabled list.
That man been around since before goddamn Moses had a wife.
He's talking about single parenthood on Monday.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. So
he did a live earlier today on politics, marriage, and sports. And he did another one alive on Friday. He got 2 of those that he did for a couple of hours. Go check that out. Also, marriage, politics, and sports.
Absolutely. So Monday we got Mr. Boomer R. Payne. On Monday, on Tuesday, Talk That Talk Tuesday, Wednesday, sports show at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then we have my boy JT. What We Know Wednesdays. All right.
Look, we might have changed it to Wild Wednesdays because those damn conversations, boy.
Man, and that's at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on Thursday. We have Dr. Nkumbe and Coach K. They were talking about cheating. Am I tripping? Or am I really cheating? They had that Thursday. They're going to do part 2 this Thursday of that conversation. We'll be back in the barbershop on Friday. Saturday, we'll have Miss Jenny talking from a perspective of a housewife, candid conversations with a housewife on Saturday. And Sunday, we'll be back with Peter and Paul again. So, and y'all will see me Sunday morning. I'll come in on Sunday morning and do these shows. So we can have interactions with that as well. So I appreciate all you guys coming in, man. If you didn't hit the like button, subscribe button, do that. If you want to donate to the channel, you see the cash up at the bottom of the screen. And I should have my super chats back Tuesday, maybe. They put me in YouTube jail because we too real over here. But we should see that back pretty soon. But man,
you might as well not even put it on because the minute that you put it back on, so we probably gonna get kicked off again.
Man, ain't that some shit? All right, but I appreciate you guys. Before we leave, give y'all something that Jesus made. Okay, there she is. That's how it's supposed to look back in this. Sister Hallie from back in. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Jesus. Hey, the Robosa Baba. Thank y'all for being here. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. We'll see y'all tonight, Mr. Peter, Mr. Paul.
Love y'all, man. Love y'all.
Subscribe now.